What's good with y'all, man? I gotta let y'all know this real quick, man. It's real simple, man. On why LeBron James can never be the greatest player that the game of basketball has seen. And we've been talking about this last couple of days. A lot of y'all don't know we had Coutinho Mobley on here. You know, Coutinho Mobley was breaking it down. You know, we had Trevor Ariza on here the other day. Trevor Ariza explained who he would take. And, we had these guys on here, Al Harrington. So, like I said, if you're listening on the YouTube, man, you want to tap into the TikTok because a lot of the TikTok streams don't get posted. So that way you want to listen on TikTok as well and be a part of the panels with some of these guys, man. I'm going to drop my TikTok below. We're going to venture over to the playback when the NBA season start up. We'll be watching games on playback. So if you want to be a part of this, man, let me know. Here is why LeBron James cannot be the greatest player, though, man. And it's very, very simple. There's no narratives, accolade, none of that is the reason why. It's not about any stats, any totals. It's not about anything other than what I'm about to tell you as far as the most important reason. The most important reason why LeBron James cannot be the GOAT, cannot be the best player of all time, is because of two words. It's because of his game. I'm going to say that one more time. It's because of his game. And that is it. LeBron James, his game dwindles down in the most important moments, time and time and time and time and time and time again. Right? When you put a certain scheme against this man in the biggest moments, and I'm not talking about on a regular game on a Sunday or a Tuesday during the season. I'm talking about at the highest moments when it's time to bring it all home. Every single time, this man's game is going to dwindle down. So whatever stat that you bring towards me is not going to reflect in these moments. An example that I'm going to give you guys is when you talk about 2015, a lot of people have been talking about the 2015 finals lately when they say that Iggy quote unquote, locked up LeBron James. And then a lot of people will sit here and tell you that Iggy didn't do it because what he did was he held LeBron to such and such. Or people say that Iggy deserved the finals MVP over Steph Curry. And they'll say, because, his defense on LeBron. But one thing that people, in my opinion, don't think about is that why are people acting so surprised that LeBron James got locked up by Iguodala? The thing that we should low-key be asking ourselves is, why does the same problem keep resurfacing for LeBron James? Because they try to distract you and say that it's because Kyrie and such got hurt. But this is what really I noticed, is that why is it so simple that all you have to do is put a elite wing defender on LeBron James, and then you can win the series? So Iggy did not start the first 3 games of the series. When Iggy started in Game 4 and he started to put defense and put a certain level of pressure on LeBron James, whenever you start to put a certain level of pressure on LeBron, his game dwindles down. That is a telltale sign that you are not the best player. And it's cool. It's easy. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that, right? The only times it comes wrong with that is when he loses in these scenarios and then we still have to be forced to say that he's better than people. Because my rationale is that, why aren't we asking ourselves, why are these same patterns showing up in his game over and over? Like, you can't tell me that Iggy isn't a certain type of defender that you haven't already seen before. So for example, somebody might say that Iggy, and bear with me now, somebody might say that Iggy is a solid defender. He's a great defender. It's nothing wrong with getting locked up by Iggy. Cool, I ain't saying that. I'm saying, didn't you already kind of see this certain type of defender when you played against Kawhi Leonard 2 years in a row? To where it's like you should be able to know now what to do. Didn't you see this type of defense in 2007 when you had to play against Bruce Bowen? So basically what we're saying is that we keep on reiterating the same old excuses and he's never fixing his game. And we still have to call him the best. Like in 2007, if the excuse was, okay, cool, he too young, you got to give him time to develop his game. All right. That's why Bruce Bowen locked him up, right? All right. That's cool. So we give him a couple years. Okay, so what happened in 2011? Why is he messing up in 2011 when he's in his prime and he got more help? Because of defenders like Sean Marion and such and such. Why is he struggling against dudes like Kawhi Leonard again in 2013 and 2014? See, the problem is he's not actually adding anything to his game and he still has the same weaknesses over time. To where when it comes down to 2015, when he actually was up 2-1, and then they subbed Iggy in to start from Game 4 to Game 7, and then you see the same exact flaws resurfacing again. That was the same thing from 2007. You see what I'm saying? Why is he still struggling when you put some type of defender? You're supposed to be like, LeBron is supposed to know how to kind of demolish that situation at this point in his career. To where the same answer over and over and over again can just easily take the whole team out the series. So then you have to ask yourself, man, if you was with a girl, it's like I always ask people, if you was married to a girl and she cheated on you one time in 2007, and then she say, okay, listen, this is the reason why I did it, because I'm young and dumb, I'm too young, and you're not doing this and that for me. You're not giving me what I need, because you know how Brown fans will say the front office wasn't giving him the team he needed. Then you give her a D Wade and Bosh. You put her in a new team. You going against a lesser team now, and she still do it. Then you give her another pass. Then it shows up again in 20. It damn near she damn near almost cheated again in 2013. It happens again in 2014. It happens again in 2015. It happens again in 2018. You're gonna give her an excuse every single time, 6 times, and still say that she's the GOAT? The reason why LeBron James can never be the greatest is because he never fixed this part of his game. So this is why he always had to be attached to somebody else. You always got to attach him with a D Wade, the best slasher of all time, top 3 shooting guard of all time. Chris Bosh, who was probably the most skilled power forward in the NBA at that time, along with Dirk Nowitzki. But you got to look at the defensive side of the basketball, because who got the rebound for the Ray Allen shot? Who got the block on Danny Green that they never talk about? Which Danny Green was breaking records. So if he gets that 3-point shot off, shit, that could fuck the series up too. You always have to attach him to a Kyrie Irving, somebody that can break down the defense and do things that LeBron wasn't able to do from 2007 all the way up till that point in 2015. Which I'm trying to tell y'all is basically the reason why he's able to get over the hump in certain situations, because what happened when Kyrie wasn't there. See, it's funny how you always got to deflect and distract and turn your people's attention to his teammates and not to him. What is he doing? Right? What is he doing? See, this is what I want y'all to sit here and think about, the head canon, right? This is some head canon for you. So a lot of people tell me that you can replace Kyrie Irving. This is the narrative, the rhetoric, and this is why I say just ignore all the rhetoric. But a lot of people say that you can replace Kyrie with any skilled guard at that time in the league. Any all-star guard at that time in the league. Right? And they're going to do the same thing. They say they diminish what Kyrie meant to that team, to that championship. But then as soon as Kyrie leaves the team, what they say? oh, the team is terrible. The team is just horrendous. He dragged all these bums to the finals. Now all of a sudden they go from one of the most talented teams you ever seen with Bron, Kyrie, JR, Love, Double T, to you just take Kyrie out of the team. Now all of a sudden they some shit. Now that's the worst team ever to go to the finals. Are you kidding me? So I thought he didn't mean that much to the team. I mean, you replace him with multiple all-star guards, right or wrong. You replace him with Isaiah Thomas, who was coming off a top 5 MVP season. You replace him with Derrick Rose, who after he left the Cavs was back to averaging 18 points a game. You replace him with also D Wade. All three of them replaced Kyrie, and then they were so bad, quote unquote, even though they won 13 straight games. Nobody tell y'all that they traded all three of them at the same damn time. To get Jordan Clarkson, to lessen the team, to lower the expectations. And this is facts. So LeBron likes to lower his expectations because either way, it's like, okay, cool, we probably still going to go to the finals because we don't have nobody that we're going to even play against in the East that's on our level, which is another reason he can't be the GOAT, because at the end of the day, for all of his rings, he never really played no superstars to get there. So why do I really care that you got there and lost? If you playing against goddamn Reggie Jackson, Freddie Jackson and shit, nigga, Reggie Jackson looking like Bobby Smurder, goddamn clone. You playing against him. You playing against Jeff Teague. You playing against Mike Lowry. Why does that mean that you the GOAT? If you're going to lose anyway when you get to the goddamn finals, it's not proving nothing. See what I'm saying? Now, the times when you low-key did beat somebody heavy, like some heavy comp like D Rose, heavy comp like Paul George, superstar players want to come up. The reason why, like, cool, I can give you credit for that, but the reason why that doesn't move me is because that's the same excuses that you used when you was in Cleveland the first time, was that you was a young superstar coming up, and quote unquote it wasn't supposed to count because you played against these super teams such as the Celtics. So the Celtics had multiple superstars playing against you, and that's why allegedly it didn't count. But then when you team up with superstars and y'all beat up on a young D Rose, we supposed to give you all the flowers for that. So why people call Paul Pierce crazy when people say, when he say he was giving LeBron the business, they say no, that don't count because you was on the super team going against a young LeBron. He was by himself. Wasn't D Rose by himself? Somebody named me another superstar that was on D Rose team. And D Rose did the same thing LeBron did when he was the MVP of the league and had a number 1 seed in the whole NBA. Right or wrong? Come on, Flight. No, I can't chill. I can't though. I can't. You say no to drugs. Juicy J can't. See what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, when do we sit here and say, oh, this is phenomenal what he did and this is why he's the GOAT? Because when you look at Steph Curry, and I'm about to make a video about this too, about dudes being ahead of their time. So this goes to Michael Jordan, right? A lot of people say, oh, Jordan, the reason why it's not that impressive is because he was the only one back there on this level and da-da-da. But you got to ask yourself, how was Jordan able to even come up with that style of play? How did you know that that's how you're supposed to play? If people say, oh, he was just the first one playing like that. Okay, damn, that's how great you are. How did you know how did you break the game down that amazingly? So then when you fast forward and ask yourself who was really more similar to Mike from this era, I would say Steph Curry. Because not only does Steph Curry have a certain style of play that he is ahead of his time with, because Steph Curry is ahead of his time. If you think about it, in 10, 15 years, there's going to be a lot of shooters that's damn near as good as Steph Curry. But you're going to look back at Steph and be like, man, like how the fuck he was doing that early? But what I'm saying is, not only that, but he made a dynasty like how Jordan did. And if you look at his conference, he's beating dudes at his position and superstars like Jordan was doing. So he beat AD, a two-way player, All-NBA player. You know, that's just like how Jordan was beating Patrick Ewing. Steph Curry beat Damian Lillard, who Damian Lillard beat Russ, Paul George, Harden. Steph Curry beat Harden. Steph Curry beat Chris Paul. Steph Curry beat Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant at the same time. Steph Curry beat Luka Doncic. Steph Curry beat Jokic. First time playing him. Mind you, LeBron kept losing to Jokic. So Steph beat Jokic. Steph beat, goddamn, who else he beat? Lil John Morant on the come up. Stop this whole momentum. But these are all superstars. So then when he goes to the finals, he's beating Jordan. When he goes to the finals, he's beating LeBron, beating Kyrie. Everybody say that Steph had KD, but LeBron, when he played with D Wade, the reason why it's low key worse, if you think about it, is because LeBron never played D Wade in the playoffs. So it ain't like, you feel what I'm saying? He took him down first, and then told him, "Oh yeah, come over to my team, son." After he sunned him. See, with Steph and KD, at least you can say Steph is better than KD because he already beat KD with less help. Because remember, KD had Russ, and both of them niggas were top 5 players in the league at that time. They both had a scoring title at that time when Steph beat him. And and then Russell Westbrook turned around and averaged triple-double, won the MVP. But if he was able to beat KD while he played with Russ, that's how you know that Steph is better than KD. So by KD coming to the team, you don't even have no reason to assume that KD is a better player. Because also Steph had more MVPs than KD already, which is all the criteria they use whenever they want to say somebody better than somebody. You said James Harden is the real King James. Yeah, man. And then, like I said, Harden took the Warriors with KD 7 games. And then when KD went down, Steph whipped his ass even harder. And then, mind you, he's going to the finals, and then he beat the young Tatum and Brown. This is what it would look like if you told me, like, what would Jordan do in this era? That's what he would do. That's what Michael Jordan would do. He would beat all of these players that I just named. And then you would look at his seasons. What Steph Curry do in 2016? Average 30, led the league in scoring, and led the league in steals. You telling me Jordan ain't doing that? You telling me that's not Jordan-esque? And they try to tell you Steph's not a two-way player. But you got to remember his impact on the game. Just like a dude like Larry Bird, who was an offensive player. Just like a dude like Magic, Jokic. A lot of Steph Curry offense, a lot of Steph Curry's defense has to do with his offense. Steph Curry changed how the whole offense of the NBA was played to where it made you forced the offense to play a certain way mentally. You forced the other team to play a certain way. So just because we hitting long threes and shit, now he was forcing the other team to shoot random threes for no reason. That's like playing good defense on somebody and they just selling for threes. For what? So that's causing long rebounds, causing transition. Steph Curry playing them passing lanes. Steph Curry getting up on the point guards, getting up in their chest to where they trying to hit step back threes and shit. Right? You said MJ not as good as you think. It's not even that. It's just that what guards, look at all the shooting guards from the 2010s. Devin Booker, Klay Thompson, dudes like CJ McCollum, dudes that wasn't as big. Jordan, you gotta remember, Jordan is literally, look at Andre Iguodala in that picture. That's the size of Michael Jordan. That's the size of Michael Jordan. So you got to imagine Jordan being able to basically be a big guard, and he's faster and more athletic than everybody. And he is the one, like I said earlier, is the one that came up with all of the moves. So he knows how to hoop. See what I'm saying? You said, do you know what Braun averaged against Iguodala? No, but I know his game dwindled down when Iggy started starting because Iggy outplayed him from game 4 to game 7. He would just put them in the post, and he can get by whoever. Bro, this shit would be ridiculous, Brody. It'll be nasty. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing it right now. And he not even athletic as Jordan. Or quicker. Like, it would really be nasty work. Because he has answers for certain defenses. Yes, LeBron shot 39% in that series. That's horrendous, bro. And they want to get on Jordan for shooting, what, 46%? 40-something percent against the Sonics? This man LeBron shot, he averaged 39%. He had them amazing first 3 games where his average was already going to be what it was because of how good he started off the series. But then they put Iggy in the starting lineup. And then when they did that, you remember he only had like 20 points in game 4 on bad shooting. He got outplayed by Mozgov. And Iggy had like 24 on better efficiency. So, but my point is, Iggy was a role player, and he's sizable enough to guard LeBron. But this is a certain defender that LeBron has already seen time and time again since 07, and then the same problems are still coming up. He's not adding nothing to his game. So just like how they did with Bruce Bowen in 07, the excuse was supposed to be that he was too young. He didn't have enough help. So why are the same problems popping up? And this is a team that ain't had no finals experience. So, it shouldn't be nothing that you shouldn't be able to do against another team, especially for your era. Like Michael Jordan, if Jordan had to break down the defense or play a game on mainly jumpers, he can still get the same effect on the game doing that because he's the best player in the world. That's why. So people be like, oh, what you want LeBron to do, everything? Yes. If you going to sit here and force me to say this nigga the GOAT, for goodness sake, Kyrie Irving, the year after San Antonio got LeBron and them up out of there and ran LeBron out of Miami, Kyrie put 60 points on him, goddamn. So I'm like, oh, this why you need Kyrie. Oh, I get it. See, LeBron thought that he was either going to play the Spurs again. Cool, we play the Spurs. I know Kyrie going to cook Tony Parker. He thought he was going to play maybe KD and Russ, but Russ got hurt because Patrick Beverly. So either way, he looking at it like shit. It's probably going to be KD and Russ. So that's why I'm gonna need Kyrie, me and him, and then nobody can guard K Love because shit. So Tim Duncan, sir, yeah, I'm gonna go to Cleveland. But then all of a sudden the Warriors came out of nowhere and shit. Now the Warriors too much for him too, right? Like, come on, bro. Like, you just try to finesse the whole league. Like, imagine the Warriors don't go to the finals. That's why when LeBron and Kyrie teamed up, everybody already knew the Cavs was going to the finals. If you already know, then what's so impressive about it? LeBron thought he had 2015 in the bag for sure. Yeah, that was the whole point of leaving Miami. And that's why I be saying, damn, it kind of backfired on him because I don't care what nobody say. I think if he stays in Miami and then you go to the finals again with goddamn Wade and Bosh, I think they would have beat the Warriors in 2015. Because nobody can guard Chris Bosh on that block. And with him spacing the floor out. Right. D Wade would have been able to give the guards like Clay and Steph problems. Because after LeBron James left, Wade and Bosh was back averaging like 20 points a game. You just got to wait it out. Then they hit you with why would he wait for D Wade? D Wade knees gave out, man. What are you supposed to do, man? He washed. So that's why it's even that much more impressive when a dude like Steph Curry stays down for Klay Thompson when Klay Thompson gets hurt. Because remember, Klay Thompson tore his ACL and his Achilles. So if D Wade knees gave out, then what the fuck happened to Klay Thompson? Steph stayed down. So that even bites LeBron fans in the back again because it's like you're saying something that basically is supposed to be impossible and Steph Curry is doing it impossible. And he won a championship again. It ain't like they didn't even deliver it. Like he wasted his prime. No, he won again. And that's without adding a top 10 player in the league. Like a AD. Come on, man. Come on, bro. The answer right in front of y'all face. He didn't have to add somebody with Klay. He just waited for Klay to come back and develop the young talent. Now, He gonna have to figure it out again because they messed the team up by trading Jordan Poole. But that's what it is, man. You go through all the ups and the downs. You don't spaz out, trade the whole team up with a superstar, and steal the credit and steal all the credit. We're not doing that. Especially when the reason why you teaming up with these dudes is because you're not adding to your game. Which is what Iman Shumpert told y'all. He said he feels as though LeBron is the one that ruined the game because by him teaming up, it made a lot of people in the league feel as though they didn't have to add to their game. Why? Because LeBron didn't add to his game when he teamed up with these superstars. He just made everybody adjust to his game, which is holding the team back, which is why even though you make a super team, this can cause you to go down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. This is all what you would have. If you were watching stuff in real time, you understand this. That's why a lot of the real hoopers, the real OGs in the chat listening right now, they just nodding their head like, yeah, yep. So you saying it sounds like hate, but that's because you don't hoop. Shout out to J25. He said LeBron never developed a mid-range post game. And yeah, that's detrimental. But when you play with a dude like Wade and Kyrie and AD, who have these, advanced aspects to their game in the mid-post and the post-game, finishing, clutch, slashing, then you're able to basically hide what you can't do, especially if you bring in another superstar for the third option, to where you can just win off of straight talent. But if you play against a well-oiled machine with a GOAT-level player like Steph Curry, not going to work. Not going to work, son. Then when they start to play your game, well, shit, let me add KD. I mean, you got Kyrie. Let me add KD. It's not going to work. See what I'm saying? But it probably could work had you develop your game. Because this is what life is all about. You can't take no shortcuts. It's always going to come back to bite you, whatever you kind of avoided and you didn't work on, you didn't study. If you ain't study, you still don't know what's going to be on the test. See what I'm saying? So you can't finesse. So when you say he even developed a 3-ball, I mean, bro, this was showing up later on the Lakers and stuff like that, where they're sagging off you catching, shooting. But either way, it's too late because the 3-ball ain't helping them against Denver. Because you got another dude named Jokic that you playing against, another generational player. And he's doing it the right way. This ain't Jeff Teague and Paul Millsap. See, this is what I be trying to tell y'all is that, as soon as LeBron James left, you had Giannis and Kawhi Leonard battling it out in the East. Joel Embiid. LeBron never even played somebody like this when he was on the Cavs the second time. He didn't have no comp. So you got to ask yourself, is LeBron doing all of this from a business standpoint? Is it all just to put himself in good position to win a ring, no matter how he goes about getting it? It's like I always tell y'all, man. It's either you can rob somebody for the $200, or you can go to a job and you can earn the $20. I mean, you can go get a job and earn $200. There's two ways to go about getting it. Both ways aren't respectable. I can't look at you the same if you just rob somebody for it because I don't know if you can get that money from me again, man, and by doing it the right way. Somebody said pre-Lakers, LeBron always made the right play. Once he got to L.A., he started playing ego ball. You said KD never joins Golden State. Bron wins 3 in a row. But my point in saying that to you is, how would those rings look even compared to other people's rings? Because you still aren't playing any superstars in the East, and then the Warriors only have one superstar. So do you really hold those against guys that played against superstars in the East or in their conference and then played superstars in the finals? You said MJ played Charles Barkley. Well, Charles Barkley was better than Tim Duncan at the time that LeBron played Tim Duncan. Am I lying? How? Charles Barkley was the MVP of the league. He averaged 27 and 12. Tim Duncan wasn't in his prime no more. And then you said Tim wasn't the only one on the team. Well, he was talking about. He said Jordan played Charles Barkley. Who else was on the team? He said with Patty Mills. Okay, so give me Dan Marley for Patty Mills. Do y'all want to keep going? Because this is why I'm trying to tell y'all is that when y'all actually bring up these, none of this, mind you, when I said why LeBron isn't the GOAT, I didn't say nothing like this. I just said his game. But the problem y'all got is when y'all go to these little narratives such as, the competition and stuff, Jordan still played more comp. Because you got to understand, Kevin Johnson was one of the best point guards in the league on that Suns team. Look at that Suns team compared to them Spurs. Like I said, Tim Duncan wasn't the same. He wasn't in his prime where that was the best version of Charles Barkley. He was the MVP of the league. I mean, there's nothing else to talk about. Like, I don't think people understand that Kevin Johnson is top 10 all time in assists per game. He's like number 7 all time in assists per game. And he was the most athletic point guard in the league. So honestly, he was like Russell Westbrook. You'd have been better off using the Thunder for real, in my opinion. Right? You said, I got a question. Why do Kobe fans seem to always talk about LeBron more than Kobe? Well, this ain't even about Kobe Bryant, though. This is another one of them soft tactics that LeBron fans use, man. The soft fanboy, feminine boy tactics is that you got to deflect and change the topic. Is that you got to deflect and change the topic away from LeBron to somebody else. For what? When we do a topic on Kobe, then you can ask me that question. We talking about this. See, because you got to understand, right? What do they talk about every day on social media? What do they talk about every day on ESPN? What do they talk about every day when you're scrolling on your phone? They talk about LeBron all day. They talking about LeBron Jordan. Every time LeBron does something, they trying to tell us that this is why he's the GOAT. So this is, I'm just responding to that. But I don't see you going over to ESPN and asking them, why they talk about LeBron every day? Why they talk about the Lakers every day? It's funny because, I'll get on here. We'll talk about, I told y'all Coutinho Mobley was on here. We were talking about King of the Court, Jamal Crawford, Melo. Let me show y'all some of the stuff, right? Right, we were just talking about this. None of y'all come over here and actually display knowledge on the game when we had these conversations, right? Right, we been on here chopping it up out for the last week. This all we've been talking. We ain't even talking about LeBron. We've been doing these, the start bench cuts, the king of the court, who will win, chopping it up. A lot of y'all don't even know y'all missed the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Where we had NBA guys on the stream, y'all could have came and chopped it up with them. But y'all don't actually be fans of the game. So when I be putting these on the screen, you don't hear nobody coming over saying, yeah, Crunch, why you always, you know what I mean? But then as soon as you talk about this man, that's when all the feelings. You said I'm going too fast. No, that's my point. I'm just shuffling through. That's just all of that. Listen, that's what we be talking about on here, man. We talk about these, this stuff all the time. Yeah, we had Trevor Ariza on the panel. I just don't want to low-key release it and leak it just to make it seem like, oh, I'm gonna just show everybody what he said, because he don't really know. He I don't think he know that it had that type of that would have been possible. You know what I mean? Crunch asked LeBron fans to name those players. Yeah, bro, they can't even name them. They can't even name half the players. Shout out to LB, man. He said best podcast on TikTok. Appreciate that, man. And like I said, man, I learned from my mistakes in the past. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, when I had Richard Jefferson on here, a lot of people said that, I was over talking them. It wasn't, it's a certain style that you got to be professional. So that's what I'm trying to do as we go along. See what I'm saying? So you know, because I'm a student of the game, man. But when it come down to this LeBron debate, bro, I just can't wrap my head around why people are so obsessed with his game. You know what I'm saying? His game. You know what I'm saying? Nothing else. His game. It dwindles down. It dwindles down too many times, bro. It's not innovative. It's not transcendent. Appreciate them roses. Like I said, Michael Jordan was ahead of his time. Steph Curry ahead of his time. Finding out new ways to manipulate the game. Finding out new ways to stand out. And then use that to work hard and make a dynasty. LeBron did not do that, bro. He didn't do it. Underwhelming finals performances due to his game. Because like I said, when you watching the 2013 finals, if you watch it, he wasn't even impressive. Now, but that's why when everybody bring up them 16 straight points in the fourth quarter. If y'all was watching that finals in real time, just like I was watching it, you would know that even the commentators said that LeBron James had finally woken up. Right before Ray Allen hit that shot, when LeBron headband came off and he started going crazy, they said now LeBron is finally woken up this series. That was his first signs of showing life in that series in Game 6. So he's not even giving us a legendary finals performance all the way through. Right? Which is why Ray Allen saved his legacy. Because if he loses that, it will still be his fault. Because of his game. I want y'all to always just remember them two words. Remember, that's the first thing I said. So to answer the question for the new people that's coming in, here's why LeBron can never be the greatest. Hey, shout out Arnest Adonis. I'm making my mind, man. He said LeBron always speaking on Jordan on his podcast. They never asked why he do that from MJ. Facts. Why are you talking about MJ? Why do you keep talking about MJ? I want y'all to remember to answer this question that I have on the thing, right? Here's why LeBron can never be the greatest. For the new people who are just coming in, is because of his game. It's because of his game, bro. Why do the same problems keep arising in his game? What are you running from? Somebody said explain that. Like, just like how I have Iggy on the picture, right? Guarding LeBron James in the finals. You said, what about his game? His game dwindles down when you put a certain level of defense on him in the highest moments. In the highest moments. Like, people will probably pull up some clips like, oh, he got a bag. You see what he's doing? But that's probably a game from, like, November or, the regular season. Maybe in the first round of the playoffs against a no-superstar team. But when you're in the finals and you put an Iggy on him, you put a Kawhi on him, you put a Bruce Bowen on him in 2007, you put a Aaron Gordon on him, somebody that can body up against him, his game dwindles down and he doesn't go to another level to help his team get over the hump. And when he fails, then they turn around and say, we still got to call him the GOAT, right? But then when you have a Kyrie there that's healthy, who we already know that Kyrie is probably one of the best ever at breaking down the defense, which is a perfect explanation why you can win the championship now. He takes all the credit. Right. Somebody said hate in my heart. I mean, but what are you talking? I'm literally sitting here breaking it down. Why is it that a role player can always not only lock LeBron up, but then get buckets on him too? So, like I said, Iggy, this is what I mean by his game. Iggy went from averaging 8 points during the regular season, and y'all love to talk to me about competition that Michael Jordan had at his position, as far as he ain't play no elite shooting guards, right? But why is a role player named Iggy Dollar, right, who only averaged 8 points in the goddamn regular season, who wasn't even starting, why is he able to start and then get buckets on you, average about 16, 17? And because mind you, his average was 16, 17 without starting for the first 3 games. So goddamn, what the hell would his averages have been had he started the whole series? That's what I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all. And y'all keep talking about Bron averaged 35, but what was the matchups from game 4 through 7? What was the point differential then? Somebody said 16 points is getting bucket. No, I'm saying that Iggy drops. He dropped 24 in game 4, the first game he started, and Bron only had 20. This what y'all not understanding. That's not Jordan's not letting that happen. So yes, Bron averaged way more because he started the whole time. Iggy didn't start. This shit is so simple that I don't understand what y'all argue with me for. I'm supposed to be seeing people in the comments saying, oh, okay, I understand that. That's not even rocket science. Iggy was on the bench the first 3 games, but then when he started game 4 through 7, yes, your average is only going to be 16 because he probably didn't drop that many points the first 3 games. Why is he outplaying you in game 4 when y'all was supposed to go up 3-1? Somebody said he thinks basketball is a 1v1 game. No, he just outplayed him, period. That whole game, he outplayed him. He had 24 points on way better efficiency and defense. So, again, what I'm saying is if somebody might say, okay, look, shit, why wouldn't he get locked up by Iggy? Iggy's a great defender. Yeah, Iggy elite defender. I think he was probably damn near the best, one of the best perimeter defenders in the league for the whole, for that whole generation. But I'm saying you already seen this with Kawhi, though, and you made excuses then. Just like how when you already seen it from Bruce Bowen in 07 and you made excuses. You supposed to go get into the lab and be able to be ready for that next time that pop up. So that's why by time 2015 come, it don't matter if Iggy starts in game 4. I'm about to bust his ass because I already know now. Why are you doing the same thing that you did in 07? You see what I'm saying? Why? Why are you doing that? Because say what y'all want about he didn't have help. Why is he doing the same thing that he was doing in 07? Why is he doing that? You feel what I'm saying? Why? Why is he doing that? If he doesn't do that, they win. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying, gang. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Why? Why does he keep doing the same thing? Because when you be like, okay, look, right? They be like, look, Crunch, how you doing the same thing? I'm going off what I'm watching and what I'm hearing. They're saying, okay, look, Bron's struggling because he don't have the post game. He didn't develop this. Bro, this is the same thing that they said 8 years ago when he was allegedly supposed to be too young. So my whole thing is cool. I'm good off this dude. A nigga might say, okay, what's wrong with that, Crunch? Shit, ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't got him top 5. What's wrong with that? Because I'm like, these are my reasons why I'm giving you them. Because I can look at a dude like Jordan, a dude like Larry Bird. Didn't have these problems. He didn't have these problems when it came down to it. He damn sure not going to have the same problem if you have a dude like Kyrie on your team. Oh, we automatically going to win. If I got Wade and Bosh on my team, bro, y'all done fucked up. We automatically going to win now. You put Larry Bird on them teams, on the Miami teams. Larry Bird, Wade, Bosh. I mean, bro, what is there to be talked about? So, and it's like, you bring the longevity into it, but I'm like, okay, cool. Larry still has some decent longevity. Dude, I feel as though if you play a 10-year stretch in your prime and you getting rings and you winning, that's longevity. I mean, bro, it's a decade. You got longevity in the game. So then Larry got 3 rings. Tim Duncan got 5 rings. Kobe got 5. So why does it matter how much longer you playing if you're not accomplishing any much more than me? So if Jordan got 4 rings, if Bron has four rings in 23 years and Larry has 3 rings in 12, 13 years, bro, it's the same type of little rate. He's winning at a faster rate. You said played in a harder era. Bro, that's not true, bro. LeBron played in a more skilled all-around era as far as the role players, I believe. But he made it easier for himself than it was for the ones that came before him. Because Larry Bird still had to play against the bad boy Pistons and stuff like that. He still had to play teams like Dr. J and Moses on the same team in his conference to get to the finals to play Magic and Kareem in them. you follow me? It wasn't no Jeff T, Paul Millsap, Charlotte Bobcats. It wasn't that. It wasn't. He wasn't playing that. So even if if you want to say the era is more skilled, his road, he's clearing out his path and moving the leaves. Right, he's parting the seed like to where he don't even have to go through the hard part. Everybody else gotta go through that. Steph gotta play Harden. Steph gotta play Dame. Steph gotta play KD in his conference. Steph gotta play goddamn AD. Steph gotta play Luka. You know what I'm saying? And then he gotta beat LeBron. So every time that LeBron was in the East, he's playing the team. When he's playing against these teams, he got the second best player on the court on his team. He got the second and the third best player on the court on his team. You said who? I mean, bro, let me ask you. So when LeBron played with Kyrie, right, when they was in the East, playing in the playoffs in the East, Kyrie was better than everybody on the other team every time. Right? So when they played the Hawks, I think Kyrie is better than everybody on that team. I think that Kyrie is better than everybody on the Toronto Raptors. You can, and that's why I said Kevin Love, because you can make the argument for Kevin Love too. So y'all got the three best players on the court, and if you want to say Kevin Love, what you mean? You think Paul Millsap better than Kevin Love? Somebody said, but he gets to the finals. I'm just saying what makes him the best, and what makes the competition better than Jordan's and Kobe's and them if they didn't have that luxury. And they playing against superstars. So like I said, if Kobe is playing against an AI and Melo, he don't have the second best player on the court on his team. It don't matter how good y'all say that Pau Gasol is. The whole point with Pau Gasol that we were trying to use is that he not fucking with Melo and AI and them. He not better than Steve Nash and Amari. He's not better than Tim Duncan. This is who Kobe has to get through. But if you have the second best player on your team, then you can, of course, like, bro, it makes it so much easier for you to get through. Steph Curry didn't even have that luxury because Klay Thompson was his second best player. And Klay isn't better than Dame. Klay isn't better than Harden. Klay isn't better than AD, KD, Russ, Luka, Jokic. Right? Now, somebody said, not the Pistons. What you mean? Because Scottie Pippen not better than Isaiah Thomas. Scottie Pippen not better than none of them niggas that Jordan played. He not better than Larry Bird. Scottie Pippen wasn't better than goddamn Patrick Ewing, Reggie. These dudes was legit. But it's funny how a lot of y'all will say this, but then when it come down to LeBron teammates, y'all see that Kyrie can't be better than such and such because he was a second option. But then when it come down to Scottie being a second option, y'all still saying that he better than everybody in the whole league. He's supposed to be top 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all moving the goalposts. Now niggas saying Scottie was better than Ewing. Man, come on. Hey. Listen, bro. Right. Hold on. So Scottie Pippen's supposed to be better than Patrick Ewing, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, Adonis, we got it, man. Listen, that's why I had to make you a mod, man, because this is ridiculous, man. But like I said, man, so it's so obvious. The reason why a lot of people don't understand this stuff, man, don't understand where OGs be coming from. I remember when I was young watching LeBron in Miami and stuff like that, losing to Dirk and losing to San Antonio, and I'm hearing all these OGs where I thought they was hating on LeBron. Because, you know, ESPN and my friends would be glazing them. But then somebody, because I used to go to the court. My coaches and shit, like the people I was around was not going, they was going to give it to you straight. I would hear them just acting like this nigga wasn't nothing. but more so they were just being hard on him. And I never knew what they meant until we actually look at what these other players had done. See what I'm saying? Why do they gotta bow down to LeBron when they seen other players overcome the excuses that this nigga is crying about with less help? Why? Why do they have to? See what I'm saying? I seen Kobe with Pau Gasol get him 2 back-to-back rings. I already seen it. You know. So, that's really all I wanted to say, man. I mean, I don't know if somebody want to do some one-on-one. I want to see maybe if Marley, maybe like I got time, but at the end of the day, man, we about to stop arguing with these Bron fans because it don't even make sense. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Yo,
All right, so can you like tell me the main reason you think that, Bron can't be the greatest?
it's because of his game. He's not good enough.
What do you mean he's not good enough? QQ.
So hold on. So let me ask you this, right? So let's say that I do something. Well, let's say that I fail to do something, right?
Yeah. So
Hold on, somebody's calling. My bad. We're gonna do this one-on-one. I'm gonna answer the phone. Let's say that I fail to do something, and then I tell you, hey Marley, the reason why I couldn't do that, bro, is because I was too young. I ain't have enough help. So then a couple years later, I'm in a situation where I have enough help and I'm older, and I still do it. I still fail to do it, and then the same thing keeps happening, no matter the situation that I'm in, no matter who's on my team, no matter if I got Kyrie averaging 29, no matter no matter if I got Wade, no matter if you know what I'm saying, I'm older and I'm in 2015 now, and I'm the only one that has been in the finals on the court.
yes.
At some point in time, you're gonna understand that okay, I'm just not good enough. It ain't no other reason. It's nothing because no situation you put me in is gonna be perfect enough for me to do this shit. See
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think so.
It's always gonna be another excuse. So
So all
hold
right,
on.
so
So I'm saying. So then you might say. So what's the examples? I'm saying it's always the same problems. Don't got a post game. Don't got a jumper. Passing up the last shot. Goddamn, can't read the defense. Can't make a move on somebody as strong as him when they guarding him. Can't show up in the clutch in the finals. Then it's like, oh, it's always his teammate fault. It's always because the coach. It's always because somebody this. Always because that. So I'm like, to me, all that shows is that he is not good enough to get the job done, gang.
I don't think that's true. And let me tell you why, right? So I don't think that LeBron wasn't good enough to get the job done. I think the teams that he faced were the reason that he couldn't get the job done. Like, for example, let me bring up 2011, right? People always bring up 2011, oh, say he choked in the finals, right? Well, see, the thing is, that team was prepared for LeBron. Like, you know, they were prepared to guard him with all 5 players. See, Jordan's era, help defense was illegal. And, they couldn't guard Jordan how they guard LeBron. So, like, of
So
course,
so let me ask you this then: why was Wade able to average 27 on them?
because he wasn't the focus. The focus was LeBron. LeBron
So what
was the
about in
reason
'06? What about in '06 when he was the focus? Remember Wade averaged 35 on that same team. Or like again, how was Braun? I can ask you this:
because they're
how was
not
Braun? Hold
guarding
on.
Dwayne
How
Wade
was
like they're
Braun?
guarding LeBron.
Hold on. How was what?
They're not guarding D Wade like how they guarding
Yes, they
LeBron.
were. They was sagging off D Wade a little bit too and trying to clog that paint. But Wade is more of a slasher and more of an acrobatic finisher. But what I'm saying is that why was he able to do so well against the teams that he played beforehand? I mean, the Bulls was a great defense. He played against the Celtics that same year. Allegedly, he dominated the Celtics and shit. Why couldn't he do what he did against these teams against Dallas? All of a sudden, Dallas too much for this man. I never heard that leading up to them. I thought he was about to get them boys up out of there. So I'm saying because when you look at what Wade had already done in '06, I'm like, okay, Wade just beat them niggas. So okay, cool. That team too much for him. What about the Spurs that wasn't nobody was in their prime? That team
Greg
too much for him.
Popovich
Hold on, hold on,
himself.
hold on, hold on, hold on. That team too much for him. What about the Golden State Warriors that came out of nowhere? That team too much for him. What about
Yes.
hold on? What about when he started to play against the Denver Nuggets outside of the bubble? That team too much for him. What about when now you team up with Luka Doncic? Okay, finally, Braun about to get his 5th ring now. Finally, he got somebody he can trust. That's what everybody was saying. So none of these issues should come back up because finally he got the golden child. Now you playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves. That team too much for him now. So it's like, why is it always about the other team? And when is it ever going to come down to him just busting somebody's ass?
Because he's one player. It's a
But
team
when
sport.
no, but so just hold on.
Winning
He
is a
can't never
team.
bust. Hold on, he can't never bust somebody's ass though because he one player.
Has he ever done that before? Like, has he ever like in
I'm
the
asking
finals?
you, huh?
Of course he can't. I mean, he can't beat a whole team by himself at the end of the
Hold on,
day.
but I'm
That's
saying no, no, no. Time out. What do you mean by himself? I'm saying like when is he ever just gonna overcome? See, because like I said, what do we say to Hakeem and Dirk Nowitzki when they was able to take down a Kobe, Russ and KD, you know, whoever else he beat, Brandon Roy and then Willa Marcus, and then he beat the super team Heat. He's overcoming. He's rising to the occasion and proving why he's better, like, why he's so good. Like it's like you're lowering the bar for somebody that you're saying is better than everybody else though. So if I've seen players do this in certain situations, he should know how to do it at least one time.
no. What I'm trying to say is you're saying that Jordan is the best because he told me why you think Jordan is the best. Like,
It ain't about who is the best. It's about I just know Brian ain't. Cause you can pick your poison. If somebody that might have grew up in the '70s to tell you that they got Larry Bird or they got this over Jordan, and I'm saying it's multiple guys that have have made a dynasty that you can argue and sit here and argue for it, like Jordan, Kobe, Steph, Tim Duncan, Magic, Larry, even Kareem. If you want to look at his impact on that team, Bill Russell. So these guys, if you want to argue between like all of those guys have something in common. Whereas LeBron is one of the only ones that he's kind of like the Wilt Chamberlain type of dude. He's a Shaquille O'Neal, where you had to attach those guys to certain players. You had to put Wilt with Jerry West, just like how you had to put LeBron with D Wade. You know what I'm saying? You had to put Shaq with Penny and Kobe and Wade. You have to attach LeBron to somebody to make it work. But it was never a situation where we was giving somebody all of the credit when the player that we giving all the credit was kind of losing without such and such. Because you remember Wade won without LeBron. So I'm just like,
yes,
how does this even add up to he has to be better than everybody else? Now, if you want to talk about his game on the court, I'm saying I bet my phone. I'm saying that he on the court, you can look at flaws that he has in his game that other players ain't have. Now, if you want to say, okay, cool, it's his team, it's his system, it's his system. Okay, cool. Guess what? You have to know how to play inside of a system. So all
my,
the
my
players I name can play in that system.
my point is that LeBron doesn't lose because he's not good enough. LeBron loses because of his opponents. He's facing
So no,
the best teams of all time in every
no,
finals
his
he's played
teams
in.
his teams was better
Then how did they lose?
because he's not as good as what y'all say he is. That's my point. Like I've seen players, and all it really
You've
take
never
is adding.
seen
Look, all it really take is adding some fundamentals to your game. I ain't
you've
saying
never
that D
seen
Wade.
Michael
Hold on,
Jordan
hold on.
play
Look,
against a team.
hold on. Look, I ain't saying Dirk is better than Bron, but he added the right fundamentals to his game. So that's something. When I say his game, remember them two words, right? Dirk added them fundamentals to his game. Hakeem had the right fundamentals to hit because basketball is still a mental game. At the end of the day, it's still the same foundational game that it's always been. So no matter how hard it get, you're supposed to be able to resort back to the fundamentals to save you, and then your talent takes you over the top. See what I'm saying? Because you had the team. See, in '07 it was the team, but you had Wade and Bosh, and both of them was better than everybody else on the court. By the time you hooping on a super team Heat, that's why he thought he was gonna win 8 championships. Then you got the team when you go back to the Cavs because you got the most skilled player. He said out his mouth that Kyrie is the most skilled player that he ever seen, the most gifted player ever. Hold on, let me bring Cash up. Oh, this Dro. So why is his game?
Oh, what up, Crunch?
It was yeah,
Crunch, hey, bro, you already did a great explanation, bro, to these cats. And if they don't understand your stance on this, they need to explain to us why they think he the greatest. I have not heard no legit arguments as to why this dude's is the greatest. From these
yeah.
dudes, they want to ask us all the time why Kobe this, why Mike that, why LeBron this. Tell us why y'all got LeBron. Stop coming up here asking us questions, trying to pick our brain,
Oh,
and y'all
this
don't got
Cash.
no explanations of why you got this dude as the GOAT. You only
Facts.
got a legit basketball reason of what he does on the court that's better than all these players and his peers.
Right.
I
Tell
ain't
us
even
about
gonna
his
Stop.
game. Tell
Stop
us about.
talking about. Stop asking us questions. Answer the question and say, tell us why he the greatest.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
look,
Dro,
big
is this
man.
this cat marathon? All right, bet. Hold on.
Hey, Crunch.
Yeah.
Hey, it was funny, man. Dude said every time LeBron loses, he losing to the greatest team of all time. How many greatest teams of all times is it? God damn. The
Facts.
fuck?
All
He
these
faced
teams
he
is the
faced the
greatest team in
72
NBA
win
history,
Warriors. He
right?
faced the greatest Spurs teams of all time,
Wait a minute. Hold on,
multiple
Molly.
times in the
Molly,
finals.
the thing. Hold on, because I wanted to go slowly and one at a time. Remember earlier when I said that Charles Barkley was better than Tim Duncan at that time that LeBron played him, that Jordan played him. Do you agree with that?
Oh, at that time, yeah.
So how is we complaining about LeBron competition? You know what I mean? So that means Jordan played a better power
Wait.
forward.
So you saying that Charles Barkley, when Michael Jordan played him, is better than Tim Duncan when LeBron played him?
Hell
Yes,
yeah. Hell
because
yeah.
Charles Barkley was the MVP. He averaged 27 and 12. Tim Duncan, first of all, Tim Duncan never averaged that. But Tim Duncan definitely wasn't in his prime when he played LeBron both times. Because remember, that's why Tony Parker got the Finals MVP. And mind you, Chris Bosh, that's why I keep trying to tell you, Chris Bosh numbers was better than Tim Duncan's numbers at that time. When Chris Bosh was on Miami with LeBron, his numbers was better
Tim
than Tim
Duncan
Duncan.
had a much better team than Charles Barkley
So
did.
he
He's
had
not gonna
somebody
have the
like
same
LeBron on his
stats.
team. Hold on, time out. Oh, hold on. Then Charles Barkley, I don't know. I think it was comparable, bro. Because you had Kevin Johnson, and Kevin Johnson was 20 and 10, and he'll dunk on you. Then you had like seven dudes in double figures. All I'm saying is like these teams was teaming up to beat Jordan.
And it's the same thing with LeBron.
Hey,
KD,
Marley, Marley, what
yeah,
make LeBron the
My
greatest?
bad. My bad. A flight, cash, and Dro. Y'all try to control it. I gotta do this FaceTime. I gotta answer this FaceTime.
What make LeBron the greatest, Marley?
I think LeBron's the greatest because of his. I feel like he's just a better all-around basketball player than Michael Jordan was.
That's your claim. That's why.
And I can give you some reasons.
Bro, it's level
Look,
one
see,
talk,
here's the thing:
man. Level
the
one, bro. I can't talk to level
the
one.
best and the greatest are two different things. Being great at winning and accomplishing things for your team is better. Is like different from just like being good at basketball. Like
But when we talking about better all around, the only thing he's probably better at Jordan is rebounding and assists. And shit, Jordan takes steals, he takes blocks, and he takes scoring. Like, what is this all around you talking about? Because
all
he
around.
only averages two more rebounds and two more assists than Jordan.
But
That's
It ain't
it.
Marley,
even just about stats.
what?
Huh?
It's a. It ain't even just about stats.
Okay, and what else is it about then?
LeBron was able to take worse teams farther in the playoffs than Jordan was.
Okay. It's
Wait, worst
context to that
team?
though, right?
Wait,
What
wait.
Yes.
What
it's
was
context
what
to that
worst team
because
did he have?
you talking about in
He had the
2007?
2007, 2018.
What? Okay, I'll give you 18, but what make you think that the 2017 was not a good team?
I didn't say it wasn't a good team. It's just look at the team they had to face relative to like LeBron's.
Like we already
Hey,
know who they
Who's
had to
who's the
face. I'm
second
just
best
saying.
player on the
Hey,
2007
Assassin.
Cavs?
That's what
Yeah,
Crunch had already proven too. If you're saying 2018 was ass, that's without Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving wasn't on that team. You also said that you needed Kyrie Irving in 2015. So that means that Kyrie Irving is damn near the whole fucking team. If y'all saying one player made that difference, when you added D Wade and Derrick Rose and all these cats to come over there to help this dude win,
But wait,
that don't make
because he
no
did
sense.
say, all around player. So in the finals, Jordan has the top spot for the most points in the finals. He's the top spot for the most assists in the finals, and he's one of the greatest. He's probably the top three greatest rebounders in his position. So if I don't know how he's not more all around than LeBron
well, I want to
LeBron has
correct you on that. He got the most assists as a non-point guard.
while having the most points.
Yeah, while having the most. Yeah, and he still has the highest in the finals. Like I don't know where they get that from. Like I mean, LeBron, he's a great rebounder. I mean, he's tall. He's 6'9". He's a great passer. He plays the point guard position. Jordan is averaging 6 assists at the shooting guard position. This ain't even a playmaking position. This is a shooting guard position, and he's still giving you 6 assists a game, bro. And when you look at shooting guards in totality, Jordan is right amongst the top. when it goes to assists.
I don't
When it
disagree
goes
with
to
that.
assists. I think James Harden got the most, leads as far as per game assists. Jordan right behind him.
I mean, like, besides the point, what I'm trying to say is when you make it to the finals so many times and win so many times, you know, I just feel like, you know,
That's not true.
So many times.
I'm talking about Jordan.
Oh, okay.
I just feel like, you know, they didn't guard Jordan the same way that they had to guard LeBron. Help defense didn't exist. It was illegal. LeBron was being guarded by five different players when he was coming up the court.
You got to stop listening to TikTok, bro, and actually watch some games. They most definitely could help, bro. It wasn't illegal to help, bro. Y'all,
Help defense.
Oh,
Like
so in
the thing,
2007, so in 2007, they was guarding LeBron all five players.
yes.
no, they wasn't.
Tim Duncan
Man,
Tim
couldn't.
I'm
Duncan
kicking him
said
off,
that in
bro. He got to get off the. He got
2013,
he got to
dude.
get off the panel.
He
I
said that
can't
in
do that. We're not doing that,
2013. Yeah,
bro.
we ain't
We're
doing these
not doing that.
casuals,
When
bro.
Bruce Bowen was sitting there sagging off of this dude, he clanking shots, bro. If you go back and watch the finals, bro, it was not five players guarding this dude. They were sitting below the free throw line, letting him come up the floor and shooting that shit.
No,
Come
but the
on,
thing
dog.
is, Tim Duncan
Come
said
on,
that
dog.
in
And
reference to
not and Dunk and
2013, not
thank you. Duncan
'07.
said that in 13. Yes, correct. Yep. Thank you. He didn't say that in '07, bro. That's lies. He's sitting here talking about Tim Duncan said that in '07. No, he didn't. That's wrong.
Y'all, LeBron James fan don't even know the history of your own players. That's the shit that killed me. Y'all don't even have facts on your own player. Shit's crazy, man. I never understood that. And then to think they couldn't help a double. Come on, bro. You got to go back and watch. Don't watch the finals. Just watch some games. Don't even watch a
Hey,
Jordan game. Just go watch a regular '90s fucking game, and you'll see help and doubles, bro. You think Hakeem operated in the post without a double team? You think Shaq in the '90s operated in the post without a double team, bro? Come on, man. Use your head.
but it's the same thing. Like I asked him, I had asked him in the comments, and I'm like, bro, so you're telling me, I'm like, if you watch Jordan or even know about Jordan, you know he got most of his steals and most of his blocks off of help defense and off of lanes help defense and double teams. So you telling me that he never got doubled is insane. Like it means you never watched the game.
When they say it was illegal to help, like how, like, bro, that's like the dumbest statement I ever heard, bro. Y'all don't even know basketball.
I don't know, bro.
Hey, but look, so y'all think that Jordan played the best finals competition ever?
No, he played the best competition in the '90s. Just like LeBron
Finals
played the best
competition. No.
competition.
He okay, so who was his best competition in the 90s?
So no, 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 no,
Every team he fucking played,
Who was
no.
his best
So
competition in the
every
90s?
so
team he
no, so
played in the finals,
LeBron did play.
Every team.
He
every
lost to
team he played in the finals
Brian
was a
lost to
worthy opponent.
2017. Brian lost to 2017 to the T Wars. That
Jordan
was
was
by
playing
far.
Malone and Stockton,
That was by
right?
far
So
their
you so
best
you
team.
think Malone and
He played
Stockton
them
ain't that
twice, right?
good? You think the guy that's number 3 in points in all time points, because y'all love all time points. So you think the guy that's sitting number 3 in all time points, and the
So
guy,
y'all compare Stockton and Malone to Curry
I'm
and
not
to
No,
comparing
Curry and KD,
no,
anybody
right?
to
we're not
anybody.
comparing. We're not comparing that.
I'm not comparing
No, that's just
anybody.
no. We talking about finals competition.
So in
So who had the better
finals,
competition in the
so look,
finals?
so in
Okay,
in
LeBron had a
finals
better
competition.
competition than Long, so you ain't nothing to brag about.
No, wait, no, wait, hold on. In finals competition,
I
Jordan's the
mean,
teams that he's facing is a 61.2 SRS rating. LeBron's is a
okay,
60.5.
how many Hall of Famers was
So
on that
that
team?
means that
How many
Jordan
Hall of
Hey,
Famers?
overall, so that
hey,
means
hey,
Jordan
hey, real
overall
quick,
is facing
Crunch.
tougher competition.
I hate to cut y'all off, but I gotta go. But Dro want to say something real important, Crunch. Crunch.
Yo, yo, I'm on the
Yeah,
I was
Dro.
on the phone when you said what?
Dro want to say something important, if you don't mind.
All right.
Dro. Dro.
Y'all hear me?
We hear you now.
All right. Yeah, what I did the other day, Crunch, I didn't just do just because. I did it because Cash and Brown really got a lot of confidence in you about some stuff that we doing. And I just want to say this to you, bro. We got a big idea and a big plan for you. that involves some of the dudes that came up here. Don't let people in here, bro, fuck your chance off. Because
Yeah,
you can ask Cash. We got something real good we doing for you. And I'm telling you, Cash was lobbying hard for you. You know what I'm saying? And I
yeah,
really believe him now. But don't let these people in here, bro, fuck you off. When you get them type of
I
people
have
in here,
thoughts.
I don't care if they average
Yeah.
2 points a game. If they
right,
can come in here and sit down with you and talk to you for hours,
right,
that's benefiting Crunch.
yeah,
Don't let niggas that ain't got nothing to do with it fuck what you got going on.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Just work your room a little different, bro, because we got a plan for you and it's gonna work. I'm telling you.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I appreciate that, OG man.
So you know what I'm saying? Just know that, bro. Like we got a real plan for you. It's gonna take a little time, but we got a plan for you. And the plan gonna work. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man. All the real ones is here, man. They know they know about the weird ones that be on the panel too, man. So I appreciate that, and that's why I'm trying. I'm gonna try to make a better effort to make sure that we have something organized going on. Cause like I be trying to tell them, you never know who's gonna join up, you never know who's listening, and you gotta keep it basketball at the end of the day. So I do. That's real though, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate that one. I mean, cause I like what y'all got going on. I like what Cash got going on. That's why I say Cash is a big reason why I started doing the music too. Cause I like how him and Brian Juwan had that going on, and how y'all was breaking it down. Cause that's the format we trying to bring over here is the hoops and the music.
Hey,
So
yo, Crunch.
yeah. What's up, Adonis?
Yo, don't say what I said to you, but you see when I wasn't just talking out of note or just glazing you. If you got
Yeah,
other people saying what I said to you, and I don't know these dudes who said that to you. Like I said, dude, you like one of the best dudes, if not the best on here that's doing it, killing them on some real. Matter of fact, let me just stop. All right, well, let me just say this thing that I wanted to say. I'm gonna get out of here. The reason I muted these dudes because of what the other guys on here said. These dudes are trying to come on here and just say anything to ruin your channel. So that's why I muted them. Don't even say nothing else until he do his next live. That's first. Secondly, these dudes always talk about stats and everything. Curry and Durant, they're not on as many all-time lists as Karl Malone and John Stockton. It's been 25 years. You know,
right,
you as Steph Curry, you's a PG. You not top 20 in assists or steals, because Stockton is top, and he's top in both of those right now. That's
right,
the one guy that's Jordan's competition. And Karl Malone, he's third all time in points and seventh all time right now to this day in rebounds. There's nobody from this era in the past 25 years who's been drafted, except for one guy that's top 10 all time in rebounds. That's all 85 years of basketball, and that's Dwight Howard. Something else I said. These dudes always join the competition to beat the competition. That's not what we did back in the days. I'm not finna be friends with this dude who took my girlfriend from me. Nah, y'all go off and go be happy. I don't even really want to see y'all no more.
right.
But LeBron was supposed to face D Wade in the third round in 06. He got knocked out by the Pistons. These dudes don't ever talk about that, but let's not forget that happened. Same with Kevin Durant. You choked 3-1. You got came back on by Steph. You got dog walked by Steph Curry and them. You choked your 3-1 lead. You went to join your competition. Same with LeBron. You got whooped on. You went to join your competition. D Wade. You went to join your competition again. D Howard, when he whooped you in 09. I love when these dudes jump out and be like, what about Dennis Rodman? Man, Jordan beat the brakes off of him 3 years in a row. First. You didn't win until these dudes beat you first, LeBron. They beat you first. D Wade beat you to a championship first. You couldn't get past Detroit until the NBA helped you, in my opinion, and got rid of their rim protector, Ben Wallace. Now you scored 29 straight points on the Pistons and never did it again in life. Now you came back from 3-1 when two starters was out of game 5. They never really talk about that. I had to do research in
And
20.
then game Ben Wallace the next season in 08, 09.
Yep,
He
he
did
added him
what?
to his team. Well, he brought Ben
Oh,
Wallace
then
over
he.
to the Cavs.
You said then he added them in '08. See what I'm saying?
Yep.
See, you see what? Like this is a part of why LeBron can't be the GOAT. You got to name me other greats in NBA history going back 85 years who couldn't win until I teamed with this dude who took my girl from me. That's
Mm-hmm.
what you got to explain to me. If you can't explain that to me, I can't buy your premise, dude. I got to look at it like in this LGBTQ world, you's attracted to LeBron and you bring, which is no problem, but you bringing your attraction to this man into basketball. Nah, dude, that's what the
Facts.
cheerleader does. The cheerleader don't know nothing about football, but she swear that the quarterback is the best football player ever.
Facts.
Nah, dude, we not
That
doing
is
that in here.
so true.
You're not gonna bring that into what
That's
this is
cooked.
sports, dude. We love sports. I don't love Jordan. I love sports, bro. I'm slapping you dudes, man. That's what we do from my generation. And we taught the younger dudes, not on purpose. They just saw us and was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I like doing that. This weird stuff that you do who's attracted to LeBron's beard, these younger dudes didn't like that. Nah, that don't seem right to me. I'm gonna do this. It don't feel right to wear a skirt. You could, just don't feel right to me. So that's what we're arguing for. Stop trying to act like you skirt wearing dudes is on the same level as us. You not,
Man,
and
that's
that's all I'm trying to
facts.
say. That's it.
Cooked.
And then
Hey,
Good shit,
Crunch,
OG.
real quick, I
There
had
have
one
been players
question.
who joined other teams in the
Crunch,
past.
do
Wait,
you
hold on.
think,
Wait, hold on, Tony. Hold on, Tony.
do you
You said what,
think
Chris?
Kobe and Jordan, in particular, and Jordan, do you think that they had a kind of advantage over LeBron because they had got drafted to a more established franchise?
Hell no.
Absolutely
well,
not, because
no,
the
because
Bulls
their players
were
match
not
their
even a
greatness.
franchise where nobody wanted to go to. That's not no landing point at all. Matter of fact, when Jordan went to the Bulls, the Cavs was more established. If you had been watching basketball,
Yeah, Cavs
was
were
way more
in
established
the
Okay,
'80s.
okay.
than the Bulls. The Bulls was full of cokeheads. They hadn't been to the playoffs since the 70s. Since the 70s. Jordan got there in 84. So absolutely not. Jordan made the Bulls a place where people wanted to go and play. That's history. That ain't me glazing Jordan. You can Google that.
Right.
You young dudes say Google is free, so go use it. You right, it is free, and you can search it. Go to Wikipedia, go to any webs, go to StatMuse. Chicago was not a place nobody wanted to go to. Los Angeles has always been that. New York, just because that's how we do. New York has always been a place, one of the original 13 colonies. People have always wanted to go to New York. Chicago for other reasons, not basketball.
Yeah.
Jazz, Black Panthers. That's what I want to go to Chicago for. Not for basketball. The Chicago Cubs, baseball, not basketball. The Chicago Bears, football, not basketball. Young
Yeah.
dude. Nobody hates y'all. Dude,
I'm
we're not
listening.
jealous
Yeah.
of y'all, man. What's wrong with these kids? What is wrong with
Hey,
you
hey,
Hey,
kids?
Adonis, can I
hey,
ask you this
honest,
though?
much respect, man.
Do you think LeBron has played with a coach as knowledgeable of the game and just as great as Phil Jackson though?
Well, that's kind of a layered question. And
Okay,
I'm going to just
okay.
put it like this. If Phil Jackson was all this stuff that the LeBron fans, because I separate y'all. Some of y'all just like basketball and you like LeBron. I'm not talking to y'all. I get that. I get that. Them other dudes is something else. But if Phil Jackson was all of this stuff that these dudes say, then he would have won with Carmelo and the Knicks, and he would have won with Scottie Pippen in 93, 94. It wouldn't be this, oh, he got a second place trophy, because they're putting Phil Jackson and Scottie Pippen next to LeBron James. You can't do that, dude. You come from a different culture than LeBron James came from, Scottie Pippen. It was never something exclusive to talk about that they got to the second round. That was erased for like 30 years until these younger basketball fans started talking about it. So I think that, what's the guy's name? The dude that was under Pat Riley's tutelage. What's his name? Spoelstra. Spoelstra is not
Eric
even getting the
Spoelstra.
credit that he deserves because his mentor won 5 rings. That's something he won a ring as a coach. He won a ring as an assistant head coach. He won a ring as a head coach. So all in like the 70s and 80s. Now you over here and you come in, you're in the front office. Then you come out of the front office to coach D Wade and you win another ring. Then you handpick this dude Spoelstra, give him all your knowledge. I mean, I think Spoelstra, knowledge-wise, he got the same level, if not higher, of knowledge that
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson
Oh,
has.
okay.
That's just what I believe. Because how could your son not have the knowledge growing up in your household with you? How could he? I'm supposed to believe your son is a lame? Spoelstra is Pat Riley's son. Yo, that's my son, dude. Yo, watch out. You gotta watch out for my son. Let him through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no way I can look at Spoelstra or Spoelstra and LeBron like you didn't have what it takes. The problem is pressure bust pipes. Time to apply it now. LeBron can't handle pressure. That part of
But
that.
Adonis, but it's not even because like also like LeBron has had multiple different coaches throughout his whole career. He still wants to play his style of basketball. It's not like even if he did get Phil Jackson, I guarantee he would still want to play his side of basketball. He doesn't want to work in the system. That's not the coach's
Also,
fault.
you got to remember this too, Adonis.
I agree with that.
Like to add to your point, honest. Remember Eric Spoelstra went to 2 NBA finals without any superstars. You know, we haven't really seen Phil do something like that without a dude like Jordan, Kobe, or Shaq on his team. And then also, if you want to talk about when LeBron has had a whole bunch of talented players on his team in the FIBA, when he won the bronze medal, I believe Greg Popovich was the coach of that, or Coach K. So we had Coach K on Redeem Team. I think he had Greg Popovich. Who did he have in 04 and 06?
I think it was Pop. It was Pop.
Yeah, it was Greg Popovich.
Yeah.
And they weren't able to get over the hump. So I know that's how the
Tim Duncan
NBA
and Iverson. He had high-level players around him.
Right, and then in 06 when him, Wade, and Melo was starting, you know, they still came up short. But, you know, I know that's not the NBA, but he's not displaying that he's able to even kind of
Larry Brown, that's what it was. Yeah.
you know,
He don't
get
like
over the
playing
mountaintop with these coaches. You say, well, Rocky?
Popovich, like Phil Jackson. He
Right.
didn't like playing rookies.
I do think Spoelstra is a better coach than Larry Brown. I think this is a conspiracy theory. I think Larry Brown was put in there to derail players, just like George Karl. What did you win as a coach to be walking in telling Carmelo, I don't like your game? I remember when George Karl was on ESPN as an analyst, I saw him say it live. If I was the coach of the Nuggets, I would do this. I would do. A week later, he was the coach of the Nuggets. As soon as you get there, you telling Carmelo you don't like his game. Dude, Syracuse, I'm from Syracuse. They suck. Boeheim hasn't helped them win anything. You get a player like Melo his rookie season, now you guys win your only ring in 118 years of that school being open. And now, what did you win, George Karl, to be telling this dude? So I don't think that Larry Brown is a better coach than George Karl. A lot of these coaches, it depends on the soldiers that you have and their ability to follow orders. That's LeBron's problem. Coming from this single mother, and every dude who comes from a single mother household, it's not like that. But this single mother culture, I don't need a man. All these girls we seeing out here on social media complaining about men, you all got kids. Now rewind it back to LeBron's mom. She's 16 when she had you. Where is the leadership? Where's the male guidance? You know, you bringing that personality into the basketball court. I always say LeBron acts like a dang on foster child, jumping from house to house to house to house. team to team. That's literally his personality. But then when you do the research, they like brag on it. Yeah, LeBron lived with 8 different
That's not
families.
hate too. That's not hate. That's a fact.
From
That
the
is not
age
hate.
of 5 to 8 years old. This is true. They say it. They bragging on it on Twitter. LeBron lived from the age of 5 to 8 years old. He lived with 8 different family members. Man, that's going to mad different teams, bro. It's like once things start to get rough and tough, that's when you buckle down and be like, you know what, life, get out of my face. You ain't finna. Watch I do it. Like Cam said, you know when people say I can't do it, I'd be like, word, watch. LeBron don't have that attitude.
And OG, I agree with you because what made me like upset with him about that is that he played the same teams in the finals. Out of all those 10 finals, he played the Spurs 3 times and he played the Warriors 4 times. That's 7 of those finals playing the same exact players, same exact coaches, same exact guys. And you had the ability to play on different teams, have different players. Every time he moved, he had a younger player. Every time to go into battle with him.
I think LeBron has what it takes, talent-wise, style-wise, skill-wise. He got what it takes to win. The problem, like I heard a dude say, yo, just talk hoops, cuz you got to know life, my guy, because basketball is not just talent. You also got to be smart.
Side to life, it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to like, no, this dude is soft. Let me say something about his sneakers. Get him off his square. That's the only way.
And
That's the
that's what
only
my
way.
point was that as a man, we make mistakes. And like you said, he has the potential to beat them. He beat the Warriors once, he beat the Spurs once. Why didn't you learn from your mistakes or try to change the way, or adjust your game to winning or
Right.
putting more
But
effort
no,
in those moments, especially when you played these dudes most of your time
Mm.
in
Like,
the
look,
finals?
and Fly, look, his adversaries are a two-parent household. Kobe, MJ, Stephen Curry. Grow up in a two-parent household, leadership, talking,
Yep.
taking accountability on the same team, not leaving. Bro, Stephen Curry should have been left in. He would have been left.
Exactly. I
Wait,
wanted
wait.
to
You
ask
said wait. You
Prince.
said
Yeah, go ahead,
you
Thanks.
said Steph Curry would have been left. Let me hear that again.
Stephen Curry would have been left.
Been left. What, the Warriors?
2024, 2025, even this coming
If you
season
have
up.
the
Brian.
mentalities,
Yeah.
Now check this out. I always say this dudes they overlook it. I don't know why they say in basketball IQ, but they're not adding this to the IQ. Jordan, Kobe, Steph Curry, them dudes come from two-parent households, man. I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying there's a stark difference between the guys that do, and scientists have said this, and the guys that don't.
Right.
I heard
Curry
a
comes
stat
from a
today that
two-parent
blows my
household.
mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Curry comes from a two-parent, and Jordan played against Curry's dad. So these dudes is trying to tell us that Curry's dad was trash. I don't know if I really can believe that. I know the coach would sit you down if you let Del Curry get hot on the wing. He would
Mm-hmm.
sit you. I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Right.
So I can't really listen to these dudes when they telling me everybody Jordan played was trash. And to your point, Crunch, everybody LeBron played, he can't handle them. Nah, dude, it comes to some OG, not necessarily your dad, but somebody who is a patriarchal figure in your life, sitting you down and telling you, hey man, stuff like that gonna happen. You have to figure it out. You can't cry because nobody can. I don't even care. It's the last time I'm gonna tell
run
you.
from your problems.
That's
You
true
can't
though.
run
That's
from that
true.
same problem, man.
That's a fact.
Over and
That's
over.
facts, man. Hey,
And Kobe said Jordan told him that. Jordan said, you have to figure it out, man. In '08 when he lost. Hey,
yeah,
he didn't say give him some magic Jordan water. He said, you have to figure it out, bro. And
right,
hung up the phone.
right,
This
right,
is what
right. Hung
men
up the
have to
phone.
do, man.
Exactly. Ain't nothing
This
else
is
he can
what you
tell
have
you.
to do as a man.
Yeah. Hey, Matt. I heard you
yeah,
were trying to say something. Yeah.
yeah. So this blows my mind. I was in a debate earlier about Ball and all these LeBron guys were saying how good he is and all his unlimited stats and number one in this category. And I didn't believe this stat, but I looked it up. I heard it earlier today. LeBron James is the number one player in the NBA history with the most airballed free throws at at 56.
Well, yeah, I did see that. I see that. Yeah.
56 is wild.
56 airballed free
56 is
throws.
damn.
That's who does that?
That's crazy. I wanted to ask Crunch real quick, Crunch, do you take into account the difficulty of championships like the team you had to face? Because just because the guy maybe have more, do you take into how difficult his role was? Because, not saying I agree, but I kind of heard LeBron point when he said he won two of the hardest championships in basketball league history. So, I kind of seen his point, man. 2020, we was all going through it. He pushed through, 2016, the 3-1. So do you take into account the difficulty of those championships, Crunch?
Yeah, so that's always a part of my criteria. But when I look at difficulty, I don't look at the narrative because I believe narratives change regardless. I mean, based on what the era is. So in 2020, the narrative is everybody in the bubble on the field trip for AAU pack, and we had to pack their lunch and Uber Eats to the. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say that was hard. They say 2016 was hard because he came back 3-1. I can say Jordan's rings was hard. I can say Larry's and them was hard because Larry had to play against certain dudes. So I always look at the piece of criteria that doesn't change and what that is who you have on your team and who you playing against. If I see Larry Bird is able to organically win on the team that drafted him with Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, if it's good for the first ring, it's good for. I mean, if they good enough for the first ring, look, watch this. They good enough for the next one. I don't need to reshuffle my deck. I don't need a new hand. So if we play against Dr. J and Moses, these supposed to be two of the OGs. We're gonna take them down, and then we're gonna take down Magic and Kareem in the finals. I'm not gonna
This is why.
complain. I'm not gonna complain because see, Brown wasn't able to beat. I know he beat Steph Curry, but did he beat Steph and KD? So if we gonna compare Steph to Magic, then that must mean it's more impressive for Larry. How impressive is it that Larry was able to beat Magic and Kareem? You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have in my personal opinion, on his team, I don't think he had superstar talent that LeBron had on his team. So not only and that's just one example. So I look at who you had on your team and who you playing against, and I still don't think that LeBron had the hardest rings because it's a lot of dudes I feel as though not only had more rings than him, but was able to do it the organic way that would make it harder than, because remember, Bron teamed up when he beat all these teams. Even in the bubble, if he had AD and Dwight and Rondo on his team, I don't really look at that as a hard ring if you're playing against Jimmy Butler when his team was hurt. Because remember, they said Steph Curry ring don't count in 2015 because LeBron's second and third best players was hurt. But Jimmy Butler, remember, he didn't have Bam and Goran Dragic for the first couple of games. And LeBron had an AD. And Steph didn't have an AD. And matter of fact, Steph
Well, then
never
they might
even
as
had
well
an
say
elite.
that LeBron's championship doesn't make sense when Draymond got kicked out when they came back from that 3-1.
Yeah, so
And they only had 16 teams in the
And you
bubble.
cooking. And you cooking, Crunch.
Wasn't Draymond and what's his name Bogut out for game
and
5?
Bogut.
So 2 of the starters was gone from quote unquote the greatest team of all time. How are they even a team if 2 players are gone? Let's flip it, because if LeBron didn't have a player, now we can complain. If LeBron don't got 2 of his players, now it's not fair. So you dudes don't really want to talk basketball. A lot of these, I'm talking about these dudes in the comments. You're mad at your dad, but he don't want to talk to you. That's why you in here talking to us. Just be real.
And on top, and add on top of that, the only thing LeBron is guaranteed a ring if he beats up on inferior people, like 2020 Heat. He only see when his back is against the wall. LeBron fans make excuses and saying, "Oh, look, he ain't have nobody on his team." If you that great, bro, you make your teammates better, bro. Michael Jordan made Scottie Pippen better. You have to make your teammates better, bro.
And then they don't
Like Kobe made Paul Gasol better.
They still get on Steph Curry for losing in 2019, even though Clay and KD went down for him. You know what I mean?
Hey, Crunch, you know what I always ask about? I always ask people, and LeBron people, and they can't never answer.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'll give you every LeBron finals run, except the Miami one. Exclude Miami, right? You can take any other LeBron team. Well, actually, now that I think about it, fuck that. You can have Miami too. Tell me a road to get to the finals that LeBron had to go through that was harder than Kobe and Shaq in 2000.
Oh, I wouldn't say none of them.
None of them. So why do they keep saying, look who he had to go through? Bro, Kobe had to go through Sacramento, Portland, Phoenix, and San Antonio. All those teams every year. And those teams was good every year.
Every year, yeah.
It was so good that the Rockets might finish first. Then the next year, Sacramento might finish first. Then the next year, San Antonio might finish with the best record. Like, bro, that was hard basketball.
Yeah.
LeBron never really had a challenge coming out the East.
And
he always picked.
And can I add to that, Dro? Like, and that's the whole point of playoffs. The people that's in the chat that don't know what basketball is, being the first seed or the higher seed, you get to play a lesser a seed that's lower, so that you can preserve energy to keep your energy or to keep your players, free of injury to get to the finals. So when you have easier competition that you're going through with every round, you're supposed to be taking less toll on your body all the way up to that finals point. And that's what LeBron did essentially versus a Spurs that got to see Kobe in the first or second round. Then they got to go see this other team, the Sacramento Kings or this team or that team. Like Big Bro just said, it's no breaks in every round.
No break.
You feel me? It's no break in every round. Kobe had to play 50-plus win teams 3 years straight,
And like
to get to the finals.
That
takes a toll.
Another thing that they don't get when you talk about
And then you're
LeBron,
winning though. Let's don't forget that part. They're doing. Kobe did a 3-peat and a 2-peat, so he 2-peated 2 times and he got a 3-peat on his belt. So that's that, and he did 5 of them in one decade.
The thing is, he almost 3-peated the second time, but he lost to Boston the first time.
Bro, Kobe is only 5 games from being 6-0, bro. That's the cold part.
No, but look, he loses to Boston in 2008, but he kind of makes up for it because he beat them in 2010. But what people don't get when it come down to his draft class,
that revenge on Boston was huge.
Look, this the draft class argument though, because we know LeBron teamed up with his draft class, right? But look at what Kobe did when it come
LeBron
down
teamed
to the
up with his
people.
draft class, so he wouldn't have to face him.
No, look. What did look what Kobe did with his draft class when you have an AI, a Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG. They wasn't his draft class, but
Carmelo,
that was his
everybody
era.
over there.
Hold on, that was his era though. So then KG, Ray Allen, all of them, Steve Nash. When Kobe didn't have Shaq, hold on, let me see. When Kobe didn't
He
have
didn't get to
Shaq,
pick
he
up none of those dudes.
hold on, I had to mute him. When Kobe didn't have Shaq, he really overlapped all of them guys because AI teamed up with Melo and Marcus Camby. Marcus Camby, another dude that was in the draft class. So so AI. They said AI was better than Kobe.
Hey,
Right?
look, Shaq team. Remember, Shaq teamed up with
Look.
D Wade and Steve Nash and Bron.
But
They
look,
all got a piece of that.
AI was better than Kobe, and the only reason Kobe was winning because he had Shaq. But he was able to overlap AI when AI had Melo and Camby and JR, and he beat them in the first round. He was able to overlap Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and KG when they all teamed up. You know
Tony
what I'm
Parker,
saying?
Ginobili, and Tim Duncan. Come on, bro.
Right. He beat the
Come on,
Spurs
bro.
again without Shaq. He beat
Hey,
what's the
Darren
team?
Williams and Carlos Boozer in the Utah Jazz. Andre
Carlos
Kirilenko
Boozer.
on
He
them.
beat what's the other team he beat, man?
Teams. Tracy McGrady and Yao
Yeah, T
Ming.
Mac and
All
them,
them dudes.
right. The Rockets team.
The Rockets.
So
Crunch.
this is
Oh, my bad. I'm trying to add on to this point that I heard another guy say, and I'm not no disrespect to the other guy that said that, to say Shaq teamed up with D Wade. Shaq was sent there, just like what's my guy Kawhi. He was sent to Toronto. That was on some you'll never win over there.
Was forced there. He was forced there. Yeah.
We'll never have to see you 7-8 times a year if you over in the Eastern Conference. Go to Siberia, nigga. That's what they did with
Hey,
Kawhi.
but OG, that's Kawhi is literally our missing piece to the story. This dude went to the East that LeBron just left, that he just dominated, and went over there and won in his first year and dominated every round.
But
And had harder competition than what LeBron had to go through.
Right, he beat more smoke. Because
Come
remember,
on, bro, beat more smoke.
He beat
the Warriors the first time in the finals.
Look. Giannis is not. I mean, Giannis is better than anybody LeBron James played in the East the whole time he was there. And that and he won the MVP that season and Depoy.
Then too though, Crunch, that Toronto team was already that there, really. If you want to be honest.
And guess
They
what?
was toe to toe
2018
with Bron though.
Cavs. Hey, and guess what? 2018 Cavs was already there. There was a championship team. They had multiple people on that team with a ring. That faced the 2016 Warriors, the greatest team of all time, right?
Hold on. He beat Embiid and Jimmy Butler and goddamn Ben Simmons. Remember, so he beat Jimmy Butler before LeBron did. Who else he beat over there, man? Then he goes right. Then he beats the Warriors without KD.
The Warriors.
But that's the Warriors team that LeBron lost to in 2015.
15 with a lesser bench.
These talking points were created by Crutch Sports. I don't call them Clutch because none of them dudes are. I call them Crutch. These talking points was created by Crutch Sports for the reason of what my guy just said. Kawhi is the missing point. All of us love the sport of basketball. We can see that the East was weakened. Different dudes was taken from the East, put to the West, put to different teams, so that LeBron, who, to your point, Crunch, he can't be the greatest because of his game. The people who manufacture LeBron, they know what his game is. They know what his weaknesses are. So let's play in the Eastern Conference to your strengths. That's the first thing they played to. Let's put Carmelo, who should have went to the Detroit Pistons, and that would have been a ring in his rookie season. We can't have that. Let's send him over to the Western Conference. So you only got to see this dude 2 times a year. Then the second thing you're going to play to your strength is we're going to give rookie of the year to you, LeBron. So that's what I'm trying to say. This stuff was brought up by Crutch so that we wouldn't look at this, like my guy said, the missing link to the puzzle, which is Kawhi had no business winning in the Eastern Conference, allegedly, that LeBron went through and manhandled because he's so awesome.
And winning it all. Come on.
And then the other part is when they say all of this, you teamed up, you teamed up. That's another Clutch Sports talking point to throw people off from, like I said earlier, the greats. Magic was not teaming up with Kareem. Bird was not teaming up with Isaiah. It was, nah, dude, I'm not gonna date your girl after you stop dating her. Gross. I mean, she was a dime, but man, there's all these other girls out here. I'm good. I'd rather beat you then play with you. That's not this generation. This generation want to be on teams and then beat everybody else. But then LeBron takes it to another level. He's like, I did it all. Nobody helped me. I did it. Very single motherish. I did everything.
Why do
Baby
you
just
say
grew
that
out of my
he's better
stomach. The
than
father
Steph
was
Curry?
never there.
That's
Very
facts.
single motherish.
That's facts.
So the last thing I'm gonna say is when dudes be like, "Yo, you teamed up. We gotta," because that covers up this missing link. Kawhi did not team up with Toronto. Shaq did not team up with D Wade. Those dudes was sent there. Get out. We don't want you over here.
Right.
Get away from us. Go over there. You probably will never win over there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened. LeBron, he teamed up. KD, you got beat in the third round. 3-1 comeback. You went and teamed up. All of these dudes who is the face of the league right now, y'all teamed up. The dudes who seem like they getting the booty end of the bread are the dudes who's like, I don't want to team up. I don't want to be down with you. Like Russell Westbrook, now I don't want to be down with y'all. James Harden, I don't really want to be down with y'all.
Kawhi.
All of them do. You know what I'm saying? So let's just keep that in mind. Kawhi is the missing link. He should not have been able to beat the brakes off of nobody in the Eastern Conference. Only LeBron can do that.
Mm-hmm.
You cooking, OG.
Man, bro.
LeBron don't like adversity. He don't like that shit.
Nah,
That's
why
why he like
adversity?
the
Why do
team
we
now.
still say that
Hey,
Steph Curry is
Crunch.
not better than LeBron?
Yo,
Hey, Crunch. I got a question for y'all. Like, really think of somebody said this one day, and I was like, "Damn, that's a good point." Tell me any other sport, team sport, where a person lost more in a championship than won, and that team star was labeled the GOAT.
yeah, I've never seen that.
I've never seen that.
I'll do you one better. Tell me how come when LeBron started talking about football, Tom Brady don't ever talk about the time they went, 18-0 and then lost
In the Super Bowl.
He never talks about like that don't even exist. If I didn't say that right now, these kids listening wouldn't even know that happened.
Yeah.
You cooking, like
That's what winners do. I don't want to talk about this time when this chick messed with one of my mans and he not my. I don't want to keep dwelling on that. I want to talk about this new dime wife I found in freaking Bogota. Let's talk about that.
and this is where it comes down to. Like, this is where it really comes down to, bro. LeBron, you can't be over guys like Michael Jordan or Kobe, in my opinion, because you didn't do enough, even with the help you had. Your back was never against the wall, and you still lost. How you lose when you got the upper hand?
Hey,
That makes no sense.
that's a great point because
Like,
watch this. When did
that shit
he
is
watch?
don't make no sense.
Look. He beat some of his competition, right? Like y'all said, so he got some, but it was not a clear win, bro. It either went down to the
Man, that
wire.
shit.
He never watched his own peers.
He never
When did
watched
he
nobody.
watch them?
You don't
When
have
did
no
he
rings
sweep
in Kobe
them?
era, and Steph
I'm
Curry
a-
whooped your ass
never-
seven
he never
times.
bust
I'm gonna
nobody
go one
ass.
more than that. I'm gonna go one more than that. Y'all might get mad, but bro, if Steph Curry plays 6 more years,
Yep.
he ought to try. So all I'm saying
The
is,
conversation
I
changes
would
when
take
KD and him
Steph Curry
start
in that argument more than
The
LeBron, bro.
longevity
Yeah,
coming.
I agree. I agree with that.
Steph Curry,
I
like
gotta put you. I
And
gotta
Curry
put you
and
on the
KD
spot.
gonna
in the
keep going.
2010s after Kobe was going supposed to be your era, you made it to 8 straight finals, bro. How does Steph Curry have the same amount of rings as you in less time? And he has a winning finals record, and he beat you multiple times in the finals, bro.
He did more for the game, bro.
That makes no sense.
Let's throw this part in there. To add to my guy's point, talking about basically the younger dudes. Why did these younger dudes come in here and form a dynasty under your nose, LeBron? Kobe didn't let that happen. You dudes didn't get no three-peats while Kobe was playing. You can't even win until 2000, after 2010. Now you lames can start winning.
Yeah,
Now
you ain't do nothing in Kobe era. Kobe was winning rings, and you ain't do nothing about it.
And y'all,
Eating on your watch.
hey, but look, they'll sit there and act like Michael and Kobe didn't have to play against the greatest 3-point shooters as well. Larry Bird, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, all those dudes.
Yo,
So that
Reggie
shit is-
Miller is still top 10 all time in threes right now to this day.
But I'm
Right
talking
now
about
today.
at that time, they were the greatest 3-point shooters, bro.
Yeah,
They was
Kobe
the
played
greatest.
it.
They was revered as the
Yeah,
greatest.
Kobe and Mike definitely beat Reggie. Didn't
And they
Kobe
beat
beat
him.
Kobe beat Ray. Kobe
Come
beat
on,
Allen
bro.
Iverson.
Come on,
Kobe
bro.
beat Chauncey Billups and Melo. He beat
Hey,
Come on,
Dwight
bro.
Howard.
no, I would tell you the funniest shit. The whole NBA, bro, was talking about Portland was a lot to win the championship. The whole NBA. I'll never forget, man. I'm gonna send it to you tonight, Crutch. Kobe got on TV. Kobe said they act like we don't exist.
These LeBron fans love
He was like, I
losing.
took that personal. Man,
This is
this
not how
nigga
life
took
works.
that
We don't praise
he
losers,
take
bro.
everything personal, bro.
We don't praise you for getting it. You gotta win, bro. We don't praise losers. That's not how
Hey,
life
look.
goes, bro.
Now
That's not how life
OGs,
goes.
now Dros, some OGs that I know tell me the same thing about the Suns from '93. You know, they say that was the year that they thought the Suns was
They
obviously
were
going to beat
good.
the Bulls. They low key teamed up KJ and Barkley together for those. I mean, for that
KJ,
reason.
Barkley,
Dan Marley.
Marley,
Yeah,
Cedric Ceballos.
I
That
think
shit.
Charles Barkley was probably like the best player in the NBA in 19, and he knew it.
He got
It ain't just
MVP.
our opinion. He knew it, and he played like that. I think
yeah.
it
He
was.
was remember
He
Adonis.
finally
If I'm
cut
not
weight.
mistaken, he was the best player on on the Dream Team, and then he was the
Yep.
MVP of the season. So besides Mike, I feel as though he was the second best player in the league.
But then also Charles Barkley, he moved like, I mean, I'm better than everybody out here playing. Everybody. Again, but it's that thing that boxers talk about. It's that who got more dog in them. Like this
Yeah.
the champion, you not supposed to win. He's the champ. But the underdog, something in him, he get possessed. A hallelujah spirit coming in him or something. He just like that's what Rocky was about. Rocky wasn't supposed to in the first movie. He wasn't supposed to even be a challenge at all to Apollo. That's what made that. Rocky lost at the end of that movie. But there
It's
was like
about
this kid got so much heart, so much grit, and Apollo was feeling some kind of way, his insecurities, because I was supposed to whoop the brakes off him. That's when Rocky 2, that's the rematch, and then he got beat. Now juxtapose that onto Kobe and LeBron in 2009. I don't think LeBron, in his heart of hearts, when the lights go off and the thoughts is just talking to him in his head, I don't think he felt I can beat Kobe decisively in these finals.
and Kobe was hungry. Kobe was fresh off a finals loss. He wasn't losing to LeBron. Fuck
LeBron
outta
don't
here.
got that type of hunger like that. Man, that's something that your father got to whoop into you, and he got to whoop this skirt wearing tendencies out of you.
Yeah.
I don't mean he got to, but he got to make you tough. Anybody seen that scene in Goodfellas where Henry seen the dude bleeding and it's like, we got to toughen you up.
Yes, sir. That's one of my
I
favorite
lived
movies.
That's
real
what
life.
meant that, like, that's our job to do to our, we got to toughen you up, man.
Because
I
one
don't-
day
I
you
don't
gonna
need
become
to
a
be
man
tough.
one day. You feel
Right,
me?
because the world ain't gonna care. You better figure it out now at 7, man. I'm gonna help you until you turn 18, but you gotta figure it out. I don't think LeBron had. I think people tried to, but I think it was too much. They was trying to do it for the wrong reason. Like they just wanted a bag off of him. It wasn't like your father, who don't want to see. Like there's nobody on the planet Earth. I challenge anybody who wants to see you win more than your dad.
That's true.
These people who was around LeBron, they just wanted the bag off him. I think that's my hypothesis.
Yeah.
Or at least him and his mom felt that energy and they was like kind of not really trusting people. LeBron, skill-wise, he has it. Talent-wise, absolutely. But that dog inside of him, like Rocky and Rocky 1, LeBron, I don't think he has that.
And this is where, and to
But
OG, and
Adonis,
to add,
I gotta disagree with that, bro. Like
You think LeBron does have that heart in him?
no, hell no. I'm saying, look what I'm saying, right? And I know this is a hypothetical, but listen to what I'm about to say, Adonis, and you'll see why I disagree.
Okay.
Right? LeBron is 6'8", 240 pounds, and he damn near run like Usain Bolt, right?
Mhm.
You take that away from LeBron. Now I'm gonna show you how his skill ain't what you think it is. Give Allen Iverson 6'3", and he's LeBron James. Give Allen Iverson 6'3". Fuck 6'8". Now give LeBron Allen Iverson height.
Oh man,
There's no skill.
There's no skill.
Get off
no,
the court.
and OG,
He'd be on his back.
and this to piggyback off what you said
That's what
earlier
we've been telling
about
you
LeBron
about
not
that
having the
skill
dog in
shit.
him.
I've been trying to tell you.
This to piggyback off what you said, OG. Like with LeBron James, LeBron wants to be like this. The difference between, in my opinion, between Kobe and Michael Jordan that LeBron don't have. LeBron don't put foot on people's necks when it's time to. LeBron wants to be buddy with his friend, with his teammates, and you can, but you gotta remember, bro. If you get in trouble, if something happened, let's say you lose a series, if something go down and your team don't win, your teammate, they don't get the scrutiny you get as a star player. You have to deal. The paychecks are not the same. LeBron James wants to be friends with these people. Like
LeBron
Michael
James
Jordan,
don't only want to
he
be
wants the
friends
best
with
out of
his
you every
teammates.
single time.
Hey,
He's gonna
he don't
tell
want
you,
to just
listen,
be.
bro.
He just don't want to be friends with his teammates. I've never seen a nigga so cool against a team in the NBA Finals. Like, you want to laugh and talk with them. Nigga, Kobe don't want to say shit to AI. They was about to fight.
Exactly.
They was about to
Yeah.
fight.
Right.
Charles
Right.
Barkley
Right.
and Michael Jordan was best friends. They was about to fight.
They don't even
Magic
talk
and
anymore.
Isaiah.
LeBron
Nigga,
wants
they
to be
stopped
buddy
being
buddy, and
friends
that
over
cost him his
basketball.
legacy, bro.
Facts. They
You
did
gotta
stop
put
being
Because
friends.
the
They
same
They
stopped
stopped
being
being
difference
friends
friends
over
over
time.
a
players.
fucking
you gotta put your
NBA
foot on
Finals,
people
bro.
neck to assert dominance in this
Yeah.
life, bro.
Hey,
And that's
look,
what you don't
and look, for
realize.
everybody that's saying Dro, you know, if you don't believe what Dro said about AI being 6'3", look at Russell Westbrook. He's 6'3", 6'4", and he to me, he kind of like LeBron. He just like LeBron, but the thing is, AI got more skills than Westbrook. You know
AI
what I'm
would have
saying?
went nuts.
Man,
At
think about,
You see guys like D
Crunch.
Rose, yeah,
Crunch, these dudes don't know basketball, man. Think about AI, who was 6 feet, if he really was that.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I don't stood next to the nigga. He wasn't 6 feet. You couldn't stop this nigga, man.
yeah,
Picture him at 6'3", doing the same thing.
yeah,
This nigga's the greatest player. This nigga's he's a made-up player on NBA jams.
yeah.
LeBron overrated in my opinion.
LeBron is 6'8", bro.
23 years with 4 rings and a negative finals loss, and you have the most stacked
the
teams.
brother, the brother's name is
56
Dro.
air balls
He was
from
saying
the
he
free throw
he
line.
didn't agree, right?
No,
The guy,
no, I'm
brother-
saying when you say LeBron's skill, I don't think it's more skill. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. I hope everybody in here, Giannis don't really have no skill. His skill is get the ball, go high speed, 3 dribbles all the way down the court, and go bang that bitch. That's not skill.
Tomahawk jam.
like
What
Hakeem
skill
Olajuwon
is?
skill.
What
Hakeem
skill
Olajuwon
is?
skill.
Slow the game down. Giannis, we need some buckets right here. The game ain't open. The floor ain't open. We need you to give us go to the block, give us that post move. He don't have that. That's skill. LeBron don't have a go-to move.
Downhill.
Kobe can get that bitch
downhill
at the
volleyball.
elbow. You can clear out. Mike can get it at the elbow. Clear out. Even the boy that won, Shea, give him the ball on the elbow. Let him post up. Kobe can post up. Jordan can post up. Everybody has a repertoire of moves. Tell me
But
LeBron
Drew,
go-to move when the game
Kobe
gets tight.
and Jordan gonna always make the right play at the end of the game, though. That's
I
my
think
thing with LeBron. It's like I think he gonna always make that right play. If Kyle Korver open in the corner, I know he probably not gonna make it. He open though, I'm gonna go and give it to my teammate. And I think that's the way that we want our kids to be playing nowadays. Instead of just, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, who is he gonna always make the right play though, Dro?
Sometimes you just gotta put shit to
Hey,
rest. Like, you
Crunch, you
gotta
hear
end it
somebody
and
in
get
the
it over with.
comments? They said, so Giannis don't got a post game now. Can anybody on here pull up a post move Giannis got? A patent go-to post move.
Yeah, nah,
Pull it up our way.
He got
he just
strength.
gonna try to bully. Yeah, he just
Yeah,
gonna try to
he got
bully.
strength.
That's
But
not
you got to
that's not
play.
a
I believe
go-to
See,
76,
move, bro.
basketball, you
11,
got to
He
play a
gonna
little
get the
bit of.
ball and try to bully your ass. That's why
What
you
they don't
always get
understand is
offensive foul.
what they don't understand is with basketball, you got to play a little bit of chess. Like, so even when you're strong, is you got niggas that's gonna be strong enough to they can throw strong bodies on you, and then what? Then you can't move them out of the way. So now, do you have the chess moves to get him off his feet or get him to think you about to do this and I'm gonna do that? Do you have the you know what I'm saying, pull up, face up game like Melo? Like, why
Hey,
is
Crunch.
all these dudes that shorter than LeBron? Why they got better post games than him? Why does
Hey,
Kyrie got a
Crunch.
better post game than LeBron?
Ask all these NBA experts in here. If Giannis played against Rodman, Malone, Barkley, and all of them,
Man,
what
come on,
would he be the same guy?
man, come on, gang.
They'll kill his ass coming in there trying to do that weak shit.
6'6"
Yo,
Rodman
listen,
would hate that dude.
I hear what Dro was saying, and I
Yeah.
don't disagree. I'm looking at it a different way now that he said that. So to add to what he said, I'm saying again, I think I agree with what he's saying. So can we all agree? Shaq don't really have skill. He just big. If he had such skill, you should have been able to whoop on Hakeem because you went to the finals. But Hakeem made you and David Robinson look like y'all don't even know how to play basketball.
Tyler.
Shaq was just big, bro.
Those are post moves. What Hakeem got. Hakeem got good footwork. The rest of these dudes, I think I understand what Dro is saying. Tell me if
Kareem
I'm
had
saying
post
what you're
move.
saying.
Kareem
Kareem
swing
Hakeem.
left, shoot right. Swing
Yeah.
right, shoot left.
The hook,
Drop
he had to
step.
fade off the glass.
Yeah, fade up. Tim Duncan,
Yeah.
17 feet bank shot.
Yeah.
Tim
Like,
Duncan, get that
so-
bitch in the paint,
like,
jump hook.
So
That's
like
what I
Dro,
mean
like
by
Dro, like
that's
Dro,
a
like
skill.
Dro. Let me Let me see if I got a good example. Who you think got a better post game? LeBron, Giannis, or out of them two, or Zach Randolph?
Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph.
You see what I'm saying?
Zach.
And
And
Zach Randolph can't jump over a fucking dollar.
exactly,
No, he
exactly.
can't. He can't jump over
But
He
that.
gonna,
but
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 he
his
gonna
post
find a
game is
way.
so
Exactly.
impeccable.
So Crunch. I don't know if you remember conversations about this before, and I told you like, okay, like for me, like if you're gonna be my ball handler, in other words, my point guard, I look for you to have a lot of things to your game, especially in offense, not just the passing and this and that. I need you to like all these guys are talking about, have the actual skill to do these things, like having Rondo, like how Rondo could use his pure skills as a point guard to control the game. Little man, come here. Here, come here.
That's a
So
good
you know what I'm
point what you
saying?
just made, bro. Rondo's skill
Yeah,
set
Rondo's the skill
controls
set.
the game.
Controls the game
Jason
without the
Kidd's
scoring.
skill set
Yep,
controls the
Jason
game.
Kidd controls the game. Exactly. You don't
Chris
have to score all
Paul,
the
even though I
points.
don't like him, his
But
skill set, he can
but
control the game.
but even
He's
still, like I
old,
said,
but he
now
can
now watch
control
this.
the
Now watch
game,
this.
though.
Now wait. We gonna say this. LeBron shows who is scoring. That's cool. In his game, right, as a ball handler, and main priority is to score. He don't have a floater. He don't have a dribble pull up too much like that.
He
You
don't
feel
have
me?
a post game.
He don't got a post game like that. And as for my ball handler, I need you to have all those things. Just like how Trey Young could come down and shoot a floater over you. I need that as my ball handler.
Hey,
Because
when the
now you
game
can get
get
that ball
tight,
out your
Adonis,
hands before you get all the way down in there fighting
hey,
those big men every play.
hey, Adonis,
Those
when the
things
game get
those things matter.
when the game get tight, Adonis, I'm gonna show you skill. When the game get tight, Kobe tell Derek Fisher, walk your bitch ass down court. I got this. Kobe gonna dribble that bitch all the way up court and then turn his back to you and look at the defense. Who
And
coming from
and
where?
that's why I had a hard
And if
time.
you don't come, I'm finna spin, pump fake, get this foul and one, or you gotta get some help. And LeBron don't have none of that. Y'all say
Because
how
that's
great his IQ
hey,
is. Man, that nigga be
And
having
that's
his
why
back
and
to
that's
a
why I had a
nigga
hard
at
time
the
saying that
3-point
Well,
line.
look, they say, hold on,
that's
look,
especially
they say the best
it,
games that LeBron done played, where you just look at these performances and say, yo, this LeBron best game. It be games like against Toronto 2018 or against Celtics in 2012. But he always playing, those are the games where he finally is kind of playing like Jordan a little bit, where he's going to the post, he's going to the mid-range, but it's only on
against
these
weaker
single,
competition.
right, weaker competition, and it's only these single occasions. I can only probably name like one time that he did the shit. You know what I'm saying? But this is what Jordan, in my opinion, and Kobe was doing time and time again every single night. Melo was doing all the time, but then they would say that their games was kind of, detrimental or wasn't all that.
Well,
But
to Dro's point and to your point, Crunch, that stuff that Kobe would do has been turned into, by some mysterious person, ball hogging. So that's why it's not looked at like it's great. That's why it's not looked at like it's skill. I'm not saying it's not skill. I'm saying I 100% agree with your point. I can see. I saw them do it. When I see in these highlights, I'm more so paying attention to it. So 100% I agree. But it's like you can't, like I saw a dude in his comments say, oh, these dudes ain't even talking about ball skill. What do that got to do with ball skill? Because what's my guy, Shaq? He don't really have skill. He's just big. You can't stop him. That's why they invented Hack-a-Shaq, which was how they neutralized Shaq. Just foul him because he can't make a free throw and he not gonna work on his free throws.
Yeah,
like
that
Kobe
that
told him
30
he
and
should
50,
do.
that 30 and 15 don't matter if you can't close out a game.
yep.
Hey, I'm
Who
gonna
said
ask
that?
all y'all a serious question, and this what y'all should ask LeBron fans. It's gonna hurt, but the truth is the truth. If the game is on the line and you got these two players on your team with 5 seconds left, and you listen to the question, you have to inbounds the ball from half court, not the other end, from half court. Because I know Giannis and LeBron head down half court. Yeah, they dangerous.
True.
But in the half court with 5 seconds left, Crunch, who you giving the ball to? Shea Alexander or LeBron?
Shea.
And Shea been in the league 7 years.
I'm giving it to Shea every time.
Everybody's going to give it to Shea. You know why? Because he has a skill set.
Yeah. Facts.
You could
LeBron
have
gonna get the
inserted
ball
any
and
other ruthless name. And I
look
would have
around and pass it to somebody with 2 seconds left. Then when they miss, it ain't his fault.
The person that
Facts.
haven't, the
You gave
person
the
that
nigga the
hasn't touched
ball
the ball
with
the
2
whole
seconds
game.
left.
Hey,
Yo, this
Dro.
person, this dude, I'm about to mute this guy from your
Hey,
live, man. He said,
but like,
what did LeBron do to y'all?
and like,
Just like what Bro
and for
just
the
said.
stat
You
boys,
make
Come
me
on,
and
man.
for the
mine.
stat,
One of my mods, Chris.
and for the stat boys that say, yeah, LeBron can pass it out to those guys, and they're supposed to make every shot. Well, guess what? They make 40%, and to get 40%, they need at least a good 10 rhythm shots, bro. Like, give them some rhythm
Right,
shots.
right,
Y'all want them
right.
to only get 3 and make all 3.
Hey,
You only
Flight,
want
not
them to
only
get
that,
5, man. Make
hey,
all
Flight,
5. Like, goddamn, can I get a few
Hey,
shots
hey,
off?
hey,
Dro. Hey,
Flight, not
Dro.
only that,
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn.
give him the ball with 4 seconds left in case they got to make a move.
Man, what more than
Don't
four
give him the
seconds?
ball with a
Exactly.
shot clock
Yeah,
down to
give me
2.
Matter of
more than
fact,
20
just give it to
seconds.
them. Hey,
Shit.
Dro, just give
Let
it to
me
him
let,
from.
let,
I might
let
as
me
well just
touch
give
it.
it to him.
Look, let me touch it at 20 seconds. At
I might,
17
right. I
for
might
a
as well
quick
just give it
second.
to him from the
Let
jump.
me just see. Like,
Right, you
God
coming
damn.
down, wiping your chest and all that old shit and
Hey,
Bro,
Dro,
the
hey,
standing
ball
there
Dro,
could be
hey,
ready to
hey,
moving
Dro. I
go.
want
while
to
you
ask you the
doing
same
that, bro.
question.
I
So who you
don't
gonna
like all that
inbound?
shit.
Who you gonna inbound the ball to for that 5 seconds? LeBron or Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce.
Paul Pierce, KUJR.
Paul Pierce.
And
Come on,
Paul
man.
Pierce. I ain't gonna
Because
See,
lie.
but
Paul
the,
know how to get
see,
a shot off.
see, and this is what I think
Paul
that
gonna get his shot off.
guys like Jordan, they can do the high fly game. They can hit, super dynamic, but they always had that foundation that a Paul Pierce got. So, because if you ask me Jordan or Paul Pierce, I'm gonna pass it to Jordan. See what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
Because Jordan got that
Oh,
too,
God.
and it's like I'd rather just take his version of that. I'd rather just give it to Kobe. Like if you ask me any of these guys, if you ask me who I'm gonna pass it to, Shea or Larry Bird, I'm gonna give it to Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Me too.
it's
Situation.
about having.
Hey,
It's about
bro, it's not
yeah.
about no goddamn panel being dedicated to Bron hate. Bro, the screenshot is about why LeBron can never be the greatest.
It's only hate
We're
if
just
they don't
on
fit their
topic.
narrative. If they
You
don't
just
Nobody's
have
don't
saying
like
fans,
it
LeBron
because you a
can't play.
cheerleader.
Nobody's saying
And if
LeBron
you
can't
and,
Yeah,
and
play.
yeah,
look, look, if
no,
you
yeah.
We're
feel
just saying he's not
otherwise,
the GOAT.
bro, if y'all feel otherwise in the chat, bro, I'll come down so y'all can explain to us, bro. Just explain it then. There's nothing wrong with y'all coming up here and stating your opinion.
They're
But
not
being in
gonna
the chat
explain.
saying we hate it and not y'all not coming
but
up
if
here
they
to
don't
talk
if they
about
don't
it
fit their king's
is
narrative, then
weird.
you feel me?
See, it's just that I think LeBron just has things missing in his game, and just like Adonis said, man, also that dog, man, that drive. Because some plays, I get it, might not have that much skill, but they still had enough drive to like a Russell Westbrook, man. Just a dude that's gonna just keep coming at you full speed, 100%. LeBron takes
Chris.
his foot off the gas. No, Sonic, LeBron takes his foot off the gas when it gets you hard. You said what, bro?
Man, look at this dude Caruso. He not even a superstar, man.
Dro has said it too, because like, look, this is for anybody who plays ball. Let the defense playing a zone and making you shoot the ball is totally different than a team denying you the ball, fronting you the ball, and they don't want the ball in your hand because when the ball is not in your hands, your offense don't your offense flies down and they gotta orchestrate the offense through everybody else and not you, the star player. That's literally what the Celtics did in '08, where they had Paul Pierce front of him when Kobe was down in the post, denying him the ball, not letting him get in the post position to get comfortable, and they started doubling him on the wing. Paul Pierce, Ray Allen was sometimes what's that? Kendrick was also hedging a lot of times, making him in uncomfortable positions, pushing him to the perimeter. Like when you have these things in your game, you're played totally different from LeBron. All you got to do is literally play a zone. From
Let's
Kobe, you have to deny him the ball so he
Box his
don't touch
ass.
the
look.
shit
Put them
at
in a
all.
box.
Yeah, look. Let me ask y'all about. Let's do a mentality test real quick because I just thought about something. Because I'm gonna take out the fact of the situation of having to pass it out. Let's say that you need the same 10 seconds. Let's say it's 10 seconds on the clock. I like drill analogy. You got to inbound on the half court, and this is all about mentality and dog because we need a foul or something like that. So you need the player that you trying to pass the ball to. You better tell him because like F all to get to a spot, pull up. Because niggas might say, okay, that's not LeBron game. Cool. My problem is the mentality too. So let's say you need somebody to drive to the rim no matter what. Period. Drive to the rim and go up for a layup or a dunk. And if you get fouled, that's what we need anyway. You gonna give it to Russell Westbrook or you gonna give it to LeBron James?
That's
You
a
don't have to.
the only
All
reason I would say
all
that's
all
a
you need
tough
to
one.
yeah, all you need is that you're gonna trust that whatever, they're not gonna be scared to go to the rim.
I give it that to Russ. He not scared.
Right.
He not
No,
afraid.
he's
You get the
no,
ball to
he's got
Westbrook
dog
because
too, bro.
he got dog in him.
Exactly. So a lot of times play like when people say Braun made the right play, you can look at a dude and tell when he's timid, bro. And you can tell
Yeah.
when
Oh
it's
yeah.
something that he's scared of. Like if
Yep.
you know that the game plan was for you to try to get a bucket, why are you resorting away to that? I mean, away from
Man,
that.
we've been cooking all day for
My
real.
You
thing
know what I'm
is,
saying?
Crunch, what about who you giving it to when they sending a double team though? Like,
What do you? All right.
which
So what
one
do
of
they
these
need them to
guys and
do?
they send a double team? I need you to make the right read. I need
The
you to
right
find the
read.
open man.
See,
Who is
this
you
is my
giving it to?
thing. This is my thing. If you need somebody to find an open man, like you gotta give me a comparison. Who the other player is? It like is it gonna be Jason Kidd? Is it Rondo? Is it da da da? Is it Jokic? See, because LeBron
Nah. We
James,
talking about Brian, Kobe, and John
I'm gonna
Jordan.
say Kobe in them because they can still be more poised in that situation. LeBron lose his poise, so I don't know if he's gonna pass
I'm
it
gonna
too
say
early.
Kobe Jordan and them. Yo, the dude who said, yo, come here, little man. It's like a baby in the back. Whoever that was, that's your son. Whoever that was,
Yeah, that was
that, that,
me. Yeah, that was my
that,
son.
that's your son. Now check
Yeah.
this out. This goes to what Crunch said. As a man, you can tell when another nigga is scared. I
Yeah.
already know you gonna train your son before he even go to preschool that he gotta know what's up. And you gonna
Nah,
be
bro, he
training
already
him
getting
off.
punched on right now, bro. He 10 months. I'm already punching on him and throwing him around.
You see what I'm
He
trying to
can't do
say?
none of that. I don't
So
want
these
all that
dudes be
crying
acting
shit, none of
like
that.
they act like we not talking about basketball. Dude, that's a part of basketball. You going into a gladiator sport with other men, my dude. You gotta know
Right,
how to at least
Yeah.
hold your poker cards, right?
right.
And
Yeah.
LeBron don't.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah.
passing of Kobe or Jordan. Not because I'm glazing them, because them dudes ain't gonna be scared when they walk around
That's
other
right.
men. They're gonna be like, what? I know niggas ain't gonna do nothing to me. I ain't even worried about nothing. That ain't how LeBron move. He's proved it over 20 years. Why you mad at me?
But
Because
that's his.
your GOAT proved it.
But that's
Hmm.
Prove
not.
it
That's him not
wrong.
having a father in his life, though. You know.
Yep. I don't
So
know if y'all ever seen. I don't know if y'all seen that new clip going around with Montrezl Harrell in the Big Three, and he was yelling at the dude Nas because he took some dumbass shots. He in his face yelling hard as hell. So situations like that, I see LeBron freezing up. I mean, he froze up when Mario Chalmers said something to him. LeBron don't like that type of confrontation where it's something that he got to fix in the heat of the moment. Then he started, panic. That's like if you were to tell a kid or if you were to tell a girl right now something she doing wrong, first thing she gonna say is, what I'm saying, start naming all these excuses on why it's not her fault.
that's
But
true.
like they take their mind off of the task. That's why I asked about the Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook ain't gonna get no excuse. I said go to the rim. That's what he gonna do. Ain't no Draymond was right there or he was right there. I'm about to
But
run his ass
that's his
over.
mother's fault for over making excuses for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm,
his mother's fault.
Now
He ain't
let
got
me
no father in
let's
his
No,
life.
we
also
ain't
say,
gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting attacked in the
We ain't gonna
comments.
do that.
I'm not saying if your dad ain't there, it ain't possible. That's not what I'm, because Kevin Durant's not Kevin, Kevin Garnett, his father wasn't there. So don't try to act like I'm saying that. Maybe Kevin Durant had some type of patriarchal dude there. Maybe that spirit of masculinity just was in him. You never know. That's how it happens. But whatever it is, LeBron don't have it. I ain't gonna blame his mom. He just don't have it. He was born with everything else. He wasn't born with the heart of a 6'8" nigga. Don't be mad at me. He the one proving it. He the
Right.
one proving it.
See, I think it's just like you said, when your theory, because I like your theory that some of the mentors and coaches was just in it for the money. Because you got to remember, like, even me myself, like, I grew up around coaches and people that was gonna be hard on me, and I accepted that criticism. I accepted that is what I needed. You know what I'm saying? If you reject that and you run away from stuff like that, nobody's really gonna be able to tell you nothing when you're older because you got so far. I mean, they gave you a Hummer and you was fucking with Jay-Z, regardless of the fact that you ran away from the smoke. So
Yeah, cause like when I was younger, my dad was always on me, bro, and he said, "Listen, one day I'm not going to be here, son. So you got to take on life. Life is not going to be fair to you, bro, especially as a man."
and that's why basketball is really a metaphor for life. This shit happens in real life. This is why
Right.
But
dudes are able to
but hey,
overcome other good teams. This is the reason why. When you
Crunch
look
is
at a
like you
situation,
said.
when you look at a player and see them beat another team that's better than his, people sit there and question, damn, how the hell we do that? That's
Yo,
what it
Crunch.
is.
I think these LeBron fans are not
Crunch is
coming
just
from
like
that point you coming from. They're coming from a 2K standpoint. 2K is not life unless you're a streamer.
yeah, to exactly.
That's
Basketball
literally what
really is
child
life.
said.
Right.
These dudes coming
No,
from a
yeah, because
2K
look,
aspect.
because it's
What
literally
happened?
what Crunch
Yeah, you were
has
saying
said
that it was
about
like 2K. They think basketball like
but
2K.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what
Basketball is more like life. You
Crunch
gotta know
has
how to
said,
carry
like, look,
yourself. You gotta know how to hold your cards. You gotta know how to be tough. You gotta know how to be a mentor so you can be a coach on the floor. You can't yell at everybody, man. You might have a dude on your team who don't respond well to you yelling at him. So you gotta find the right way to to talk to him. That's why the dude is called a manager. He's not called a womanager. He's called a manager. You got to know how to manage
But look,
people.
Adonis, look, when LeBron
Hey,
lost,
look, I don't know if y'all, my bad, son. I don't know if y'all seen the SpongeBob movie Adonis, but they had a metaphor like that on there when I was a kid. That's why I was like, cause SpongeBob was trying to be the manager, and Mrs. Krabs was telling him it's not called kidager, it's called manager.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go
Especially
You
ahead
as
and
a
have to
man,
know how to
bro.
manage
As
personalities.
a
And,
man,
and,
you gotta earn everything in this life, bro. You
Yeah.
can't. You gotta be tough. You gotta assert your dominance, bro.
At
and
some
that's
point,
something that I was
but
telling
because
you
I really want to talk
when
to
I was
touch
talking.
the point on.
That's something you have. I'm not good, like, and all of us men are not, and it is what it is. That's the good Lord didn't make us all the same.
right?
You're very good at being calm. I'll be listening to your TikToks, and I'll be like, I'd have strangled this dude if he was talking like that. You be mad, calm. I'm like, Crunch is very, very good at that. That's something that you're either born with or you learn, and you're like a student of whatever. I don't have that, but you got to be that kind of person to manage these different personalities. And
Yeah,
I just don't think LeBron has that. He would prefer to run. It's easier to run.
yeah.
Like, it's difficult to stay
Then
with this woman.
Adonis too. Look,
That's hard, man. It's easy to get another chick. It's hard to stay with this hard-headed woman
Hey,
and be
that's a
patient.
fact.
Mm.
right,
When you
right.
gotta,
bro.
So
when
that's
you
like,
gotta really look yourself in the
OG telling the
mirror,
truth right there.
and
Oh
like,
God.
yeah, like when you really
when
gotta
he
look
lost him.
yourself in the mirror as a man, and because one day you gonna stop making them excuses. Because if you keep making excuses, nothing gonna change, bro.
One day it's gonna be you.
Nothing gonna
One day
change.
you gonna
It's
be in
gonna be
charge
the
of the
same.
family. One day you gonna be in charge of the family and not the other way around, where it's other people in charge of you. So if you making
That's a
excuses,
fact.
how the hell the rest of your family life gonna
My
be?
dad told me, he said,
Right.
"Listen, when I'm
And
gone,
then
That's gonna
when you
fall
do
on
that,
everybody else.
then you start to change your habits in life, and then but you start to get better, and you start learning more and more and more. You just you start
That's
feeling
like I
better.
was on Player's Choice and they thought I was trolling them. If like, bro, if something happened and you call the fire department to come to the house, the first person they gonna ask for is the man or the head of the household.
yeah."
You
Because
can't say, oh, listen, the reason it wasn't even my fault. The
my father
kid,
told me that. He said, "Listen,
hey,
one day I'm
look,
not going." He said, "My
yeah,
father
yeah,
told me that." He said, "One day I'm not going to be here, bro, and you got to feed the family." He told
facts.
me that.
But then that's
But
go
if you
and
never
that
learn how
literally
to,
falls back on when
if
you
you
look
blame
at
the kids
the
for, if
Lakers.
you blame your team for everything, then it's gonna be the kid fault why the house burned down
Yeah,
because
Right.
he don't know how to make
Right.
Facts, and
statements.
then that speaks volumes of what LeBron is at the age that he is, playing on the Lakers with a bunch of young kids or people that's new to the league. What they take after your work ethic, they take after your mentality, they take after your effort on the court, on defense, on rebounding, on everything, getting back when you do a turnover. Hurry up, get back. You should be the first one back as soon as you do a turnover every time.
And
But when
look,
Because
Black
Dwight
then
Howard
Sonny.
said,
you're
Hey,
walking
Black
down.
Sonny. Let me ask you this real quick though. You think Mo Williams? You think because a lot of people be saying LeBron James make the players around him better. I wanted to ask you, Black Sonny. Do you think LeBron? I'm gonna just ask name a group of players. Just say yes or no. Think LeBron made Mo Williams a better player, given that he was an All Star in '09?
Hell
No,
no.
he was
Hold on,
already that
whoa,
same.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You think? Hold on. So you think Mo Williams would have been an All Star even without playing with LeBron?
Well, before he even got to the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was given the same production and playing the same way. He just had to take on an underwing against playing with LeBron.
Wait, did
Like
Mo
it wasn't
Williams play
really.
with him in 07 when he went to the
What
finals?
about hold on? Okay, what about Kyrie Irving? You think LeBron made Kyrie Irving a more polished,
I
more
think
mature
Kyrie
player?
Irving. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Kyrie Irving, like from watching that, Kyrie Irving, the stuff that he works on as a basketball player, he wanted to show that, and he performed it well against them in the finals.
"Hey,
But
Chris, oh, my bad."
LeBron James brought them. LeBron James brought them. Well, him and Kyrie, they got to that point because that was that moment to where Kyrie could show who the fuck he is in the NBA, and that's what he did
But a
both
lot of
times against
people
the
ask
unanimous
though,
MVP.
Black Sonic, they say why these guys don't do nothing when LeBron don't play with them, and why these guys, when LeBron leave them or before he get there,
Chris.
why these guys go missing? A lot of people
Hey,
ask that question, not me. I just want to know.
Yeah.
hey,
A lot of
nah,
people
Chris,
ask
Chris,
that.
you're very manipulative. Chris, you're very funny, bro.
I'm just saying.
But
Go
Chris,
ahead, let
nah,
me give you
like,
an answer to
well,
that.
this what I say like all the time when people like say things like that. Oh well, look at Kyrie. What was Kyrie doing before LeBron? And it's like, wait a minute. So now you're looking at a player that you look at as a significantly worse individual player than LeBron. And if you compare all the teams that Kyrie had before LeBron came to all of LeBron's teams, he had a significantly better teams every single time. But I'm like, now we don't introduce that when they come to lesser players.
That don't
Well,
make
check it
sense to
out.
me.
Check this out.
It's
Two
like
things.
if you
One,
look at all the players that LeBron didn't play with that have been certain levels of players, majority of their career they haven't had teams consistently that come close to the amount of teams and
that's what
depth
I was
that
gonna
that,
say.
that, that Kyrie has had, that LeBron has had.
I
So
was
I'm
gonna
like,
say that right
it's
there.
kind,
Yep.
but when LeBron is playing against a superior team, all those things are acknowledged. This, to that. Even though at times it's not true, right? It's just a false narrative. But then when it
Nobody
comes
says
to but when
Kyrie
it
had
It's
comes
a
to
help.
cop out plea.
but then when it comes to other players that are lesser players, we highlight them not being able to be successful, not have playoff postseason depth, but then we don't acknowledge the teams that they're playing with.
But,
It's
Like,
weird
what
as
help
fuck.
did
It's
Kyrie
very weird.
have? First of all, you only played with Kyrie was only in the league for 3 years. LeBron, you was in the league for a whole 8 or 9 before you even went to play with, like 10 plus years before you played with Kyrie. Kyrie's in the league for 3 years. What did you do your first 3 years? You didn't even go to the playoffs the first 2. You didn't even go to the first round your first 2 years. What about Kevin Love? What help did he did he have on the Minnesota
Exactly.
Timberwolves? I don't remember. That's
Exactly.
that's the
hey,
that's the
hey,
The
one
dynasty.
aspect.
but wait, y'all,
Look,
we
And
supposed
then
to give
also,
LeBron, but we
oh,
gave
go
LeBron
ahead.
a pass all the way up to 2011. That was what,
Mm.
8 years?
yeah,
We gave him a
that's damn
pass
near
for them
And
8
5
look,
years.
years,
this the thing,
bro.
like that they don't even like.
He
This
got
man
that
Kyrie came in the
pass.
league. They always talk about how LeBron didn't really have no,
Exactly.
experience. He
But
didn't.
y'all, but all these other
He
dudes
came
didn't
in.
get no
Hold on.
time.
They
My
always say how he
bad.
was too young. He was 18. He didn't go to college. Didn't have this coming into the league. But they don't talk about how Kyrie basically only played a couple games in college, and he was 19 years old.
Yeah.
So he came to to a rebuilding team, and they wanted him to go all the way to the second round or the conference finals his first couple seasons. They don't even give him no time to grow, or they don't give him
Yeah.
time to see what him and Andrew Wiggins is even going to look like. Another thing they always forget: Kyrie and Kevin Love was already, in my personal opinion, low key probably even think about teaming up because remember Kevin Love was on Uncle Drew before
Yeah.
LeBron even came over there to the Cavs when it was Kyrie and Kevin Love on Uncle Drew with Bill Russell and all the dudes that was
Reggie Miller.
mentoring and helping and investing in Kyrie early on. So like and then also after he left LeBron, it's not like he had the same type of team that he had in Cleveland. I think Cleveland was a super team. So
And
I
your
think though
Prince,
it
do
ain't
you
because of
think
LeBron, it's because of how good the whole team was.
do you think Kyrie has always been that level of player?
I think he always
Like
been a level of play. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
bro.
I'm saying. I
remember he
feel
was
the
he
same
was
way.
All-Star game
Kyrie
MVP in
always been cold,
2014.
bro.
It's
I,
not been
I,
Yeah.
it's never been no season where you looked at.
Gotta
See, like if LeBron
Look, it's
James
never
would have
been
made
it's never been no season where you looked at Kyrie and said, "Oh, he got to work on this. He got to work on
and
that."
but
hey,
that's
Crunch,
what nobody talk about.
Hey, guess
Like
what? Guess what? Everybody didn't LeBron and KD choose to play with Kyrie?
exactly.
They both want to play with this man.
Kyrie attracted a superstar to Cleveland, something that LeBron he never did when he
and
was
that's the
around.
thing about
He
it.
attracted two of them.
LeBron
He
James,
attracted two of them. Hey,
LeBron James
look.
made
He
He attracted two
attracted two of
superstars.
them.
if
Two
Hey, look,
LeBron
superstars.
and
James
this is my
made it
thing,
Y'all know they
like
Flight.
gonna
better.
play
Hold
Hold
on.
on.
Kevin
They,
Love
you know they
Hey,
gonna
and
play
look, this is my
LeBron.
thing
semantics on
too,
whether or
Flight.
not Kevin Love was a superstar.
They always say if LeBron wouldn't, I mean, if you replace Kyrie with any star guard at that time, they still all right, cool. So why ain't he go to Portland with Dame? Why ain't he go play with these dudes?
Exactly.
Why did
Look,
and
but
this is the thing. So they downplay what
He
Kyrie
wanted
meant
to
to the
go back
team.
home, Crunch. My bad. He wanted to go back and bring Kareem back to his hometown, Crunch.
No, I feel that. But if that's the thing, why you leave?
Right.
Why you leave?
Exactly.
Why you leave from the
that
jump?
you,
If
Exactly.
it was
hey,
really about
hey,
He was
But
he
But
was
but
already
hey,
Crunch,
wait,
he
wait,
was
time out,
already
time out, y'all,
moving.
time out, y'all, time out, Crunch,
unless you know
hold
you
on,
got
Chaz, let me
something
get
there,
this off.
cooking that you see that you can work with. Because I mean, you got to think about the gravity of this though from this perspective, right? You left the team that was building up with you 60 win, adding on, trying to find different ways to build around you based off of what was happening in the league at that time. Right, you lead that team, y'all build up, y'all go to the finals in y'all second season in the playoffs. Y'all go 50 wins, 60 wins, 60 win. You lead that team, right? Then you go and you play with Dwayne Wade, a player that's won a championship already. Play with all these other experienced players, Ray Allen, etc. And you have that team, y'all decked out, y'all build up, right? Y'all do what y'all do. So you was willing to leave that team to go to a 20, 30 win team with Kyrie just because you wanted to go back and win a ring in
Right?
your
That don't make
hometown?
no
And
sense,
to
No,
bro.
bro.
put
Like, so
and bro,
I want people to think about the gravity of that. He chose to leave Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, and a guy in Pat Riley who said, shout out to Dwayne Wade, and Udonis has him on his podcast, that when he saw LeBron leaving, he said he was going to try to build a dynasty around LeBron before he left. That's what Pat Riley said, right? So I'm like, you chose to leave that situation to go to a 20-win team?
Yeah,
Just
that's
because
And
you
to
went
that's
to
what
add
they
on
don't.
to
Jordan.
that, bro,
Nah,
hey,
you
Chris,
saw
the
something there,
icing on the
G. You
cake is
saw
Yeah,
this.
something
like,
there.
well,
The
I
So
don't.
so
icing,
I
that
still. Hey,
that's
the
listen,
icing
tell
on
me.
the
a lot
cake
of
is
y'all
this,
not. Hold
bro.
on, listen,
Watch
listen.
this,
On my
Crunch.
soul, I seen this. A lot of you not. I can't find the tweet. I look for it every day. When Kyrie Irving, and I swear in my life, when Kyrie Irving won the FIBA MVP tournament in 2014, and then he got the male athlete of the year, LeBron James quoted that post and said, "This is part of the reason why I decided to come back to Cleveland." He literally said that.
And
But
Crunch, this what they don't realize too, Crunch. This what I'm saying. I really don't think motherfuckers getting me, right? I know y'all getting me, but I don't think y'all really getting me, right? Because I'm saying, think about how good an injury he thought an injury riddled Kyrie was. Because think, what did he leave Cleveland for after building up to 60 wins? To win a championship, to win a championship. What indication was there for you to want to go back to a 20-30 win team after building up and winning championships and trying to build a dynasty and a good organization with the Heat and Pat Riley and East Spo and them? So you like think I want y'all to think. So how good is Kyrie really? You
he
was
gave
willing
all of
to
that up.
leave the situation that you left in the first place to go win championships, to go hoop with a nigga on a 30-win team? Whoa.
That
So
makes
how
no
good is
sense.
Kyrie, bro?
And then you
How
got to
good
remember,
is he?
Chaz, when he first went to Miami, he never said that he was going to come back to Cleveland later. He said he planned on winning not one, not seven, all the way up to not seven. So
Yep.
that he planned on
And
staying there for
bro,
that 8 seasons. So then all of a
bro,
sudden he
why?
changed his mind halfway through.
What other superstar had the privilege to play for their hometown off rip in their career, and then decides to leave?
Come on, bro.
Like, come on, gang,
but,
come
Well,
on,
that's the
bro.
no,
whole
but no,
thing, man.
because what
Listen,
then? What?
I don't
Your
talk about it.
actual
I'm from.
hometown, bro. You're playing for your. Imagine being born and then you got to play for the NBA team you grew up watching.
And then you win the MVP there twice in a row with the best record in the league.
Come on,
Listen,
bro.
man.
But they
All of that
said,
stuff are
That's
narrative.
And
That's
then
but
right, and
no,
then hold on,
because
Flight.
I'm
As
not
soon
gonna
as you
lie
do
to you.
that,
Hey,
as soon as you do
Crunch.
that, you leave.
Hey,
he's
Crunch, remember
laughing.
what Catino said when he said that Kobe had the luxury of going back to like that was one of the things I wanted to really ask about because I'm like, well, and especially in his fourth year after he lost to the Spurs, LeBron had everybody knows of LeBron by this time. So he had the most whatever to go out with Kobe and train with him or that same offseason or postseason after that. Like he had free time to do that.
Sonic,
But
Catino said
but
it
he didn't
himself.
do
He
that.
said that he built up. He said he learned the habits from Kobe. So I'm like, okay, so where is it at then?
yeah, they
Where's the
do.
consistency at?
I don't
Well,
see
didn't they
exactly.
say, well, after the
Isn't they?
Redeem
Yep.
team, he was getting
After
up in the
redeem
morning
team.
because of Kobe. He was getting up early in the morning, going in there and training with Kobe and all that. So then, what is the excuse for not having the habits now? But I'm like, it's so funny because I go look at a player that people look at as significantly worse than LeBron coming in, a significantly less player all around, right? And Stephen Curry. What the fuck? What winning habits did the Warriors have when Steph Curry got there? What the
Exactly.
fuck are we talking about?
They
And what the
was they
fuck did
was a
Steph Curry
poverty
do?
they was a poverty franchise too.
Come on. So, and what the fuck did Steph Curry do? So I'm
Yeah,
like, wait a minute. So like, it's just funny to me that the superior player with the superior IQ, superior talent, is always being looked at as the underdog, and we gotta hold his hand always. That just don't make sense.
and then they
Don't
said
make
then they
sense.
gonna say okay, Steph got saved by Steve Kerr because even though he was a rookie coach, he played with Phil Jackson and learned the triangle with them. But that's the same thing that Tyronn Lue did. He played with Phil Jackson too. He got coached by Phil
Tyrone Lue
Jackson.
for sure
He
played
played
for
with Shaq
Tyrone.
and
He was on that
Kobe.
championship team. Yep,
Right, he
with
played with
Kobe
Shaq
and
and
Shaq.
Kobe and learned the triangle too. So
Tyronn
Yep,
Lue
they'll
played with
definitely be
Michael
right
Jordan
there.
on the Wizards. Michael Jordan actually signed Tyronn Lue.
and he played with
Yep.
Jordan on the Wizards. I forgot about
Oh, I
that.
forgot he played with the.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on,
I forgot
man.
about that.
Yo, he
And he
didn't
could
just
have got
play.
all insight from them dudes, man, and
He
he
didn't
didn't,
just play
bro.
with
That's
Jordan.
sick.
Jordan signed him. A lot of dudes, a narrative is, Jordan went to. Jordan was in the front office like Pat Riley. Michael Jordan signed Tyronn Lue. He didn't recruit him. He signed him. Called him. Yo, you want to come play for the team? I'm in the front office. And then Jordan came out of the front office and said, "Okay, I'll play if you want to give me part ownership in this team." He
Right.
already got his 6 rings. You
Right.
see these weird
He got
narratives,
pissed and
man.
put
And
his
then
shoes
and then
back on.
and then this is the thing is that they don't understand that even if LeBron had these coaches or whatever they say he needs, he's not as coachable. Because when Tyronn Lue, who learned from Phil Jackson, tried to get on LeBron and say he wasn't doing enough, LeBron started crying.
Talk about check my stats.
And Jordan played almost every damn game
Like,
with the
bro, come
Wizards.
on, bro.
Man, and that was my thing. I'm like, wait a minute. So Kobe had a better environment. He had the perfect system. He had a better coach that won all the championships. He had Pau Gasol. He had all this.
Line them
So
up.
and he had better teams than
Oh
LeBron.
yeah,
So they
And
look.
Line
headshot
them
Hold
up.
on,
coming.
his
His
we
Headshot,
skill,
this, this
headshot
what this
coming.
what he
no.
said.
Hold on,
Even
headshot
though
coming, y'all. I know is that headshot coming.
even though
Exactly,
even
shots
though
right
right
now.
we,
Line
we
them
we
up.
can we can we can go into in-depth conversation about the 6-16 record, it being the regular season, and us
Over the
comprehending the depth
Lakers.
of what something may mean in the regular season versus the playoffs, etc. But I'm like, let's look at it from this perspective for a second.
Line
So
them
wait a
up.
minute, you can have a plus 10 games over 500 positive record over Kobe, 16-6,
And Phil Jackson.
against a player with a better team, better coach, better environment for building winning habits, better players on his team, etc. Right? But you can't have a positive record versus Steph Curry, you know? You can't have a positive record versus you can't have a positive you can't have a positive record versus Tim Duncan now. You ain't got a positive record versus Dwight Howard in the playoffs. In the playoffs,
Jokic.
you ain't got a positive record versus Jokic, you know?
Like, what are we talking about,
But
bro?
you
I'm
got, but
LeBron
you
James,
I'm
bro.
16-6
confused.
against the
Come on,
almighty
man.
Lakers.
Exactly.
They love to talk about record then, and like you
So
said,
wait,
Kobe
so
had
you
the.
can
We're
you
on
can
the
That's Kobe
experience
had.
that
They say they
now.
make it seem like
We're
Kobe
on
had
the
the best
experience that
situation known to
now.
man. So if
come
he can
on.
have and
Exactly.
that's a
10
big ass.
So
That's a
so
big
finals.
ass
so
sample
Come
so
on,
size.
bro.
if
You
it
you
matters
just
so
take it
much,
all sides,
so
just do
you
it.
can
What?
so you can
Go ahead, go ahead,
overcome
go.
that, right? You can overcome that and will your team past that. And he has the greatest coach ever and all this, but you can't will yourself consistently past Steph Curry and KD and them.
Yo, can
It's
I
I
say
don't
this
know where
right
y'all
it's
fast?
start.
that's
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
That's
And then look, yo,
confusing.
this is the last point, y'all. I'm gonna let Adonis finish it off.
I just want to say this right fast, and this is why we're talking. This person says y'all want LeBron to carry his whole life when Jordan never could by himself. Jordan never said he could do it by himself. Jordan never said Kareem and all these dudes who came before me. He never said I'm the greatest. In fact, is video of Jordan saying the opposite. I can't say I'm the greatest because these guys came before me. It ain't that we want LeBron to carry everything by himself. We're saying, nigga, stop telling everybody you did. Bitch, nigga,
Right.
stop talking like you did. That's all. If you're gonna keep doing it, nigga, we're gonna keep coming at your head. You can't sit here and tell me I'm a punk. Then when I come in your face, you're like, why you bother? I didn't even say nothing. Nah, dude, shut the fuck up. Don't
Right.
say nothing at all, nigga. I
Right.
won't bother you if you shut up. You keep talking, just keep talking and watch what I do.
I got to
Facts.
get
That's
out of
what
here, but
we're
I'm going to
saying.
drop one more thing, one more
Leave us
trivia.
alone.
I got one more thing to say, and this is very selfish because I'm a Jayhawk fan. LeBron James has never won a championship without a Jayhawk.
Yo, I'm following everybody, bro. This is a good
Yeah. Hey,
talk.
look,
I ain't gonna
y'all.
lie.
Yeah. Look, we need more of these type of talks, man. I might get back
And
on late
on
night, but
Adonis,
if I don't go late night, I'll be back on tomorrow morning.
All right, bet for sure.
All right, y'all.
For sure.
All right.